Twitter Spaces, the cipher's live. Ozman collects, he's hosting dives through digital realms with shows at 5. Web V, meet Marvel, the narrative thrives. Weekends we speak with Josh and Stride. Collectors going digital, we coincide. Digital sweepstakes handouts for those who abide. Bring collecting space news, we never misguide. V chill, kick back, geek modes, from car flips to comics, the spectrum loads.
All right, test 1 2 3 test. Hope I'm coming through nice and loud and clear and okay. Sorry guys, we're running a little bit behind. This is because life, but it's all been happening. Whoa, holy crap, we got people in the house already. I see D, I see Exhibition, Richard, Hinanu, how are you, bro? So thanks for joining me, guys. Like I said, been loads going on today, so I'm running a little bit behind, but we're there, we're on top of it. Please let me know if I'm coming nice and clear, because I know my audio likes to try and rug me around this time. So give me a thumbs up, give me 100%, give me some sort of indication that I'm coming through nice and clear. And then we're going to kick off the show. So that looks pretty promising. Right, all the cool kids are in the house. Let's get into it.
Hosting dives through digital realms with shows at 5. Web V, meet Marvel, the narrative thrives. Weekends we speak with Josh and Stride. Collectors going digital, we coincide. Digital sweepstakes handouts for those who abide. Bring collective space news, we never misguide. Be chill, kick back, geek modes, from car flips to comics, the spectrum loads.
All right. Yeah, everybody. Osman Collect 63 here, and we're back. We're back again with Web V Weekend episode. What are we up to now? 34. Wow, 34. And I tell you what, 34. It has been a hell of a day. I tell you what, just from what's been going on in the spaces and all the awesome news that's been floating around, and just life in general. But as always, it's not just me up here by myself. Oh, no, sorry. I see all the cool kids in the background there. I see Hinano, D, Sven, Double Quill, Richard, Exhibition, Dokta Strange, Doobs, Fried Labbits, and Casey Moulton. I see you in there as well. Key Collector. Hey, everyone's here. But without further ado, let me introduce the speakers. We've got Hinano, Dokta Strange, and Sven. How are we, guys?
Good, fam. Good. What's going on, peoples?
Oh, mate, it's all happening today. It's been like a non-stop day. I swear to God.
I bet, man. Congrats on the logo, brother. Well deserved.
Do we have to start kissing some rings in here now, Mr. President?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
I'm playing. Big congratulations, Prez.
Thank you very much. Hang on, I suppose I should give myself a little one of these. And I do have a hand clap in here somewhere, or that'll do. Yes, for all those of you who aren't probably aware of it by now, it's all over the shop. I just happen to get myself a gold and silver VeVe logo just by some random act of extreme generosity, I must say, on the part of Mr. MC1. So again, I mean, like I said, I woke up this morning, actually, before I should start, I should probably apologize. If MC1 does come in the space here, I should apologize that, I had every intention of coming to the space last night, but, my body had other plans and I fell asleep. But, I woke up this morning. I saw little messages all over my phone. My phone's just going non-stop. Everyone said congratulations. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Pop an eye open and it's like, oh crap. I bloody won. What? That sure this ain't real type face. But so it's been a very surreal experience. Thank you everybody who've wished me congratulations and all that. There's just way too many people to name everyone by names, but you all know who you are. Again, thank you very much. That's all. I'm literally still in shock, to be honest. I mean, I never dreamed of having a gold logo ever. So it's I feel very 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 privileged and very honored to have Mr. MC1 give that to me. So thank you very much, and also a big congratulations to Clarissa, O'Milly, and I think it was Coin Tech, if I remember right. I did write it down. The Coin Tech.
That's correct.
That's right. Yes, I also make sure I got that right. Big congratulations to them as well. They also picked themselves up a gold and silver logo as well, which I believe that one was gifted to him by Mr. David himself. So very very cool. And before I forget, congratulations to Collectors Gone Digital, Josh, and Hinano and Dean yourself, and also Patient Hodler as well. I believe you guys picked yourself up some ETH.
Yeah, big, really thankful for them for doing that. We weren't expecting any of that. All that stuff will probably just go back to you guys.
Absolutely. And Josh, how are you, mate? So sorry, you kind of like jumped in while I was in mid-sentence. So how rude of me! I'll say hello to my co-host. My co-host, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Collector's Gone Digital. That doesn't want to talk to me. I'm sure he'll come up in a sec when he's ready.
Might have mic problems.
Yeah. Elon's trying to rug him. That's probably been the biggest news of the space lately. Big congratulations to everybody who got something out of that stream. I mean, I also just recently just saw the analytics as well. Apparently, what was it, like thousands of people tuned into that stream as well. Because I think Mr. MC1 posted the analytics not long ago. But yeah, there was a lot of people that tuned into it. So yeah, it was a massive event. Everyone seems to have had a really great time. And again, a big thank you to Mr. MC1 for making it all happen and just bringing everybody together and just promote the content creators out there and just anyone who wants to try and promote a bit of positivity into the space, which is exactly what we're trying to do on this channel here. But
hey, Prez.
Yes, sir.
I can't stay too long, but I wanted to just say one thing. If I can have the stage,
absolutely,
whenever that part comes.
Of course you can.
We're actually okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Now, as we said, like if you want to throw something up there, mate, the stage is yours. Go for it. If you're strapped for time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, so we're actually out and about. We're gonna meet some VeVe fam tomorrow. So we're getting all that stuff ready. But I wanted to just kind of give a little brief history on the Prez, because I'm not sure if they know why we call you Prez. I know you've said it a little bit, but I hold on. There's people that decide to come by me when I'm talking to you. I'm out in public. But yeah, no.
It's like, dude, not people. Who these?
Like,
who you are?
Everyone just decides to come walk right by me. Anyways, I just give a little brief history on the Prez. So, long story short, everyone, we all started the Web V Collective together, but we were not called that prior. Let's just say that didn't work out the first time we tried to do this. Like every project, you have to develop, right?
Yep.
So once we figured out how the collective was going to be, we wanted someone to represent the collective. We wanted a face for the collective. And so it was like a group of 4 or 5 of us. I believe it was you, Alex, me, Tropical, Pulpy, Evolved, and Dino, and I think a few other people.
Yep.
We wanted Alex to be the president because out of everybody, we really thought you were the most wholesome person out of the whole group. I don't want to call you the Boy Scout, but like the truest person in the community. You know what I mean? You're here for the fandom.
Yes,
You're
sir.
here because you want to collect. And we always felt that you were the one guy out of all of us who could never be tainted. So big congratulations to you. This is why we call him the president. This is why he's leading the collective. And I wanted just to give this brief history. I know it's recorded. Hopefully everyone in VeVe, Mr. MC1 comes back and hears this. But that's the reason why you're the Prez. That's why we're behind you. And big congratulations to you. Everybody, give this guy the flowers he deserves. Get on his socials. Blast and spam the crap out of him. We love you, bro.
Thank you very much. That might be the wrong one. That's the one, wasn't it? Yeah, no, thank you very much for that. And like I said, like I didn't like do this all by myself. I mean, like I said, it was all of us. I mean, I am called the Prez, yes, because I'm kind of like the face of the Web V Collective, as you know, put there. But I don't consider myself like, you know, a dictator or like, you know, a president or anything like that. I'm just a guy just trying to provide a space for everyone to sort of come together. I sort of consider myself more like an aggregator, I guess you could say. Like, you know, I like bringing people together to share, like, you know, their collecting journeys and just geek out. Because I've said numerous times in the spaces, I struggle with that, and in my every day-to-day life, because, like, you know, I have family, friends, work people, they all look at you like, you know, you're doing something silly, playing around with funny money and pictures on the internet and all that sort of stuff. So that's where the idea behind the Web V Collective came from. Was just a group of us all want to get together and just create a space we can all geek out and just enjoy and just share the things that we love. And from that came all these awesome people that just keep coming into my space. So I see all these awesome people coming in. So I see the likes of, who have we got in the house? So I see Aquavai, Shawnee, Friday Lads, Vice. Oh, Weisman, just while you're here, massive shout out to Weisman, because I just saw the video that he dropped for Mr. MC1's birthday. Mate, it is gold. Absolutely gold. Love it. So this is going to be a bigger one for you. Actually, that almost should be like on our like breaking news segment, actually, because I literally just dropped like 10 seconds ago. But yeah, I see the likes of, I see Miss Scary. Here's the man himself, Mr. MC1. How are you, mate? Ooh. There we go. Hello, you there, Mr. MC1?
Hey, congratulations, Osman. I just wanted to, step up and say massive congratulations. Yeah, brother, you won that gold logo for my collection. I'm just so honored that you have it. I'm very, very happy, brother. You have no idea. And you have no idea how many people hit me up in the DMs, like lots and lots of people. And, like I have a small whale group as well, just a chat group kind of thing. Yep. And I think almost every one of them wrote to me saying that they wanted you to have one. So I think if I hadn't gifted you one, they would have all got together and gifted you one. In fact, you never know if you might get a second one. Oh, they all love your show. The people love your show, man. Thank you very much. You're just a very kind person. You're very, very smart. And you run lovely spaces. Collector Gone Digital, man, I wanted to congratulate you as well. I know Mr. 41 saw the amazing, work that you put out along with the rest of us. Hopefully your logo is around the corner, brother. Hopefully your logo is just around the corner here. And, massive shout out to Dean Hinanu as well. Thank you very much. Sven, what can I say, brother? If WAC 2 had a dance equivalent, brother, you'd be the viral. You'd go viral. You've got the moves, brother. I've seen it in Auxerre. I've seen the videos. You just keep doing you, brother. You just keep doing you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. MC. I just wanted to bring sometimes a bit fun, a bit just not always so strict and so. We just need to bring some fun sometimes. Absolutely. So I did make it. I did show it to my wife, so she knows. I got approval from my wife.
Excellent, brother. I might have to pull the receipts on that one for sure. Very well done. Very well done. Thank you, Vibesman, for the video, and to Casual as well. Thank you, everybody. So I'm gonna step down, Osman. Please run your show. I just wanted to congratulate all of you guys.
Yeah, no, it was a lot. Thank you again, Mr. MC1, for gifting that. I mean, like I said, I'm still lost for words, and I actually owe you an apology. I am so sorry I missed your space. I feel like that guy, like either sort of like I was listening back on it, and everyone's like Clearance is up there, like Cointech was up there saying like thank you, and then you say my name, and I'm like nowhere to be found. I'm like that guy who's like missing his own party or something. I was just like, oh my god, I feel so.
God damn it, Osman. If I'd only known, I think I'd have given it to Collectors Gone Digital. You know what I mean?
but again, and it also
thank you guys.
It also makes you feel like so happy that I know that others out there like think so highly of my show. I don't know about I don't know about me being like the smartest person, but I definitely try and be the most entertaining and just try and provide a space just for everyone to collect and connect. That's what it's all about.
For sure, and good to see Rebel Duck here too, brother. It's good to see you. A lot of cool people here. So, Dokta Strange, you're there too, brother. I love your shows too. So, anyway, I'm gonna step down, guys, and listen. Thanks, Osman. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you. Oh, and also again, happy birthday, mate. Hope you've had a good one.
Oh, yep. Thank you. Yes.
All right. So anyway, that's enough about me. So it's not going to be always about me, but yeah, unfortunately, just I got a message from Josh Collects on Digital. He's having mic problems, but he's there, he's listening, he is trying to get into the space. So yeah, hopefully he gets that sorted and we can get him up. But yeah, so who was there? So Sven, how have you been, mate? And D, how are you?
Yeah, doing great. I'm so happy you've become now just like not just Aussie, but Aussie with the gold. I think in Australia it's a thing to search for gold. So you struck it, man. Congratulations.
I got my gold nugget.
And maybe tonight it should be a bit more about you. No problem. Maybe you should have a little party here.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, like, I've just to piggyback on, like, the giving spirit of Mr. MC1 there. I do intend to have maybe a giveaway or two throughout the show tonight. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because I will have something maybe like here and there, like maybe just a random NFT, maybe something else. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yes, hello, yes, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna donate a Luke to the a Luke Skywalker to your giveaways. And I'm gonna step down, Oz. Like I said, we're only up here for a little bit. I hope it's not too loud.
Yeah.
But yeah. Big congratulations to you. Just let me know who the winner is. I will send them the Luke whenever you do the giveaway. And yeah, guys, we're gonna meet some VeVe fam tomorrow, and maybe we'll have some pictures to show later. But love you, Oz, and love everyone down there. You guys take care. Aloha.
Aloha. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And yeah, whoever the mysterious VeVe fam is, tell them we said hello as well. And yeah, maybe we'll see some pictures. Also making us very, very jealous with all the lovely Hawaiian weather pictures I've been seeing lately coming out of your posts as well. Also before I forget as well, I also see Emily there in the background as well, listening in. Emily, congratulations to you as well, mate. Grabbing yourself a gold logo card as well, mate. Another one, very well deserved in the space. Another hard-working content creator, and yeah, just you deserve it, mate. So every time, like I said before, every time I open up my spaces, I always see your name in there in one form or another, just holding it down, doing your thing. So yeah, massive congratulations to you, mate. Excuse me. So yeah, so that's all been happening in the space. So but I tell you what, not only just that's been going on, like we've had all sorts of stuff happening all over the shop, like especially with VeVe as well. VeVe, we've had like drops left, right, and center. We've had, what have we had? We've had the Rambo drop. So we've got the Rambo drop. We've got this Handle with Care one from Nick Walker coming up as well. That's looking really, really good, really juicy. And we've got Hollywood Comics coming as well. So we got we got Deadpool, we got some Wolverine. We even got Disney's Donald Duck. So just to throw something completely random in there. So how we feel, guys? How we been in the VeVe market lately? Who went for the Rambo drop? Because to my knowledge, apparently it's sold out. So that's pretty good to know. So what about you, Sven? Did you go for anything in the market lately?
Yeah, I had to make my dinosaur video, so I had 20 gems, and I had to pay gems to get some dinosaurs. So I didn't get it. I'm sorry, but maybe someone did get it, and he will join in. Maybe D did buy one. I don't know.
No, did someone help Sven out there? Someone buy a dinosaur? No, maybe not.
I don't. D didn't buy one. No.
No. Well, what is it? I decided to go for the Rambo drop. Obviously being an 80s fan. 80s action fan, but because like growing up, I know like Stallone was like one of my idols growing up. I mean, like obviously Arnold being like number one, but Stallone was definitely a close second behind him. Like loving like Rocky, Rambo, like all those sort of all the good stuff. So I had to go for one, and also the drop itself was looking really, really juicy as well. For 12 gems, I mean, like you had what's it, like a 50-50 shot of getting that ultra rare, which I originally thought was a typo because, like, they said it was like 88, but no, it actually turned out it was actually 88 editions. So
yeah, I didn't notice that, but I did see the ultra rare was so high in the market, so maybe I should consider going a bit more for these kind of drops. I did see the statue from Rambo. It was sold. It was hyped in the market too. So maybe people wanted to combine those 3 posters or 2 posters with the statue.
Yeah, maybe because obviously, like, to get the Rambo First Blood Part 2 poster, you had to buy Rambo from the store, which is very important. Yeah, that was the kicker. Like, you had to buy it from the store, so you're paying 60 gems straight up for basically the poster, but you get the free poster. So maybe a lot of people were trying to buy the collectible and then maybe try and offload either the collectible or the poster. Who knows? But tell you what, let's go shopping. That one.
Oh, so you had to buy the Rambo?
Yeah. So tell you what. There we go.
Yeah. I love this song.
I know, it's such a happy song, but also a lot of people hate it because I know especially Dokta Strange hates it because as soon as he starts hearing that, he starts looking in the market and seeing all these awesome deals and he goes broke. So Doctor, look away. But yeah, no, that was a very, very important point. Is with the Rambo posters that if you were going to go for the craft. Oh, hang on, I got a request. Oh, there we go. So yeah, if you were going to go for the Rambo Secret Rare, which was from Rambo First Blood Part 2, it was very, very important. It was a free crafting event, but you had to pick up the Rambo Take Aim, which is a digital collectible, but you had to buy it in the store. That was very, very important. Not buy it from the marketplace. You had to buy it from the store. So that was 60 gems you're paying for the collectible straight up. But right now, if I have a look over here, let's see what Rambo is currently going for.
And Osman, if you did buy it before the drop came, you had to buy it at the moment, or you had to buy you could buy one months ago and use that one.
Well, it just, it doesn't actually specify like a time frame. Oh, sorry. Yes, Hino. Yes, bro.
Hey.
D. Hello, D.
Just wanted to interrupt real quick. Yeah, my phone was having issues, so I couldn't come up or actually talk. But just interrupting to say congratulations to you, Josh, and Omili, everybody else that won something, and to all the great people in this space. Gonna drop down, but just wanted to say that and love you guys.
No, thank you, D. So thank you very much, and yeah, big thank you to everyone who's been wishing me, wishing myself, Clarissa, Omili, Cointech, and anyone else who won something on that stream as well. Big thank you to everybody. Really appreciate all the kind words that's been coming from across the community. I've tried to reply to as many people as I can, but yeah, it's just there's loads of people. So you all know who you are, and again, thank you very much. But going back to Rambo, like in the actual article itself, it doesn't actually specify a time frame. The only thing it says is that the Rambo Take Aim energy will not be burned during the crafting process until it's basically first in, first serve. Store purchase only are eligible, and crafting will close the 29th of June. So you basically got up until the 29th. So what's that? Then end of the week. So you've got until this coming Saturday to do the crafting if you want to try and craft yourself the poster.
But they're already sold out or not, so I cannot craft anymore.
Well, I think you can craft. Let me find out here. Let me go over to Rambo. And if I go over, well, hang on. If I could,
then maybe I should craft one.
Well, I'm just gonna have a look now. So I'm going over to the crafting page now. It says, I think you can actually still craft the secret rare poster. So it just says more items needed to craft. So I'm assuming that if I actually had the Rambo, I do have the Rambo Takes Aim collectible, but I bought it in the up in the market, so I'm not eligible for it. But if you did, I'm assuming you would say craft, and then you can craft it. I know.
Oh,
it
should check it out.
Yeah, check it out. If anyone's able to, say please write in the comments, let us know. And yeah. So just trying to see, like I said, I haven't had much of a chance to write that many that much in the way of talking points together now. So I'm just trying to go off of what I quickly scribbled together. So we've had that going on. But yeah, just for what's, hang on, someone's requesting to come up. Dokta Strange coming up to the stage. But yeah, I mean that's the Rambo poster. That's the rare, like the what's it, the losing my words. First Blood, that's the one. That got absolutely destroyed in the market. I tell you what, it's a 12 gem crafting, and right now the floor is currently 2 gems and 90 frags. So it's like, wow. That one. So yeah, right now, if you're looking to pick yourself up a poster, fantastic. If you bought on the drop and tried to go for that 50-50 gamble, it might hurt a little bit. But in saying that, the ultra rare. So this is the one that I originally thought was a typo because it's only 88 editions. The ultra rare is currently going for, if my my laptop's playing up. So there's always a way, like you try and do something and your laptop starts playing up. Anyway, as that's trying to sort itself out, Doctor, how are you, mate?
I'm good, Oz. Can't complain, man. Just want to hop up real quick to say that as far as the Rambo drop, I like the drop. I like the mechanics of it. I like how the craft was actually free. It just felt like their intentions was to reward holders of the Rambo collectible for getting it on the drop, but I feel like they went halfway with it because I feel like they should have also added a little bit of nuance to the drop by maybe doing something like if you bought it in the market but you've been holding it for 3 months or however long, also then they should also qualify. But I also understand the strategy of trying to get people to rush to the market, but I just don't know if you're going to get that effect with it being 60 gems right now. So if the objective was really to reward holders, then it should have just been extended. It should have also been extended to people that bought from the market and held for a while.
Now, do you think it's maybe them trying to encourage more people to buy from the actual store to try and clean things off the shelf?
Yeah, I think it might have been multi-purposed, in hopes of. I think they're always going to try to. If they were smart, they would try to do things like that with items that aren't sold out. So I think it's a good move, but I just think it should have been extended to people like yourself that bought it, especially if, let's say you bought it, I don't even know, but let's say you bought it out the market within 24 hours of the drop, because there were certain drops that sold out immediate, but you got it from the market and you held it since, so it's certain little things they could do if they were trying to really reward people for holding what they got. So.
Yeah, well, right now, just here we go. Now my laptop starts to work. So right now, the ultra rare, which is the 88 edition one, which is the Rambo number 3, is currently going for 139 gems on the floor. So if you manage to score yourself one of them, you're doing all right. But yeah, and then on that note, the secret rare, which is our part 2, is going for, I think it was going about 30 gems on the floor last time I looked. Let me have a look. Here we go. So it is currently going for, it's not going to tell me because I have to craft. So I think I'm having a few technical difficulties. I think it's having a few technical difficulties across the board. Let's have a look here. Nope, not going to do it. I think last time I looked, it was about 30 gems. So yeah, so if you manage to get yourself the ultra rare, that's probably the only one you're actually up on at the moment. But yeah, I think it was a good drop mechanic, something a bit different to try. Well, I mean, the thing sold out, so that's definitely a positive result. So yeah, so we've had the Rambo drop, but now we've got this one. This one's definitely an interesting one. We've got the handle with care from Nick Walker. So this is like the heart-shaped hand grenade looking thing. So it says Nick Walker handle with care. This series thoughtfully explores dual themes of destruction and continuity within urban environments, showcasing its signature characters and symbols in vivid narrative-driven compositions. Interesting. So the more or less it's a grenade in the shape of a heart, and it's done in the VeVe colors. And let's see, let's go through here. So we have the grenade red, which says, hang on, we got one element. Yep. So basically it says one element was designed to destroy and the other was designed for the continuum of life. Both can be just as disruptive when handled wrong. Each collectible depicts one of VeVe's signature colors, skillfully employing a vivid palette that enhances the thematic depth and visual impact of the artwork. So very cool. So we've got the red one, which is going to be our ultra rare. Now the edition on these is actually pretty low. So the edition on this one is 395 as the 30 gem price point, and this is our ultra rare. This is also licensed by Elmon X as well, which is also really cool. So this is a bit of a collaboration between Elmon X and VeVe. So that's really cool to see. So that's our, and also they are also animated with sound. So that's very cool as well. Though I haven't seen any animation and sound on the socials yet, but I'm sure that'll be coming. So we've got the red. We've got one in green. That one is also 30 gems and 395 additions. And so handle care. So we've got our orange one now. We've got our grenade orange. So this is our secret rare at 188 editions. So that's 30 gems as well. So that's pretty cool. And we've got our blue, which is our signature VeVe blue one, which is our collector at heart. Oh, but this is the grenade blue physical. So, phygital. I always have trouble saying that. Phygital. So you can actually get physical detail. So this is the grenade blue. There's only 25 editions of this one. It's like, what? 25 editions? No, sir. You heard that correct. It is 25 editions at 30 gem price point. And it says for the phygital details, those collectors who secured the grenade blue, the secret rare digital collectible on the drop. So this is very important, ladies and gentlemen, on the drop, not in the market, it's on the drop. Will be contacted for shipping information in order to deliver your special AP grenade blue physical print created by Nick Walker and ships internationally. So everybody across the board is eligible for this one. So to my knowledge, it looks like it's all in blind box. I think it's in blind box. It says. Yep, it's all in blind box. Yeah, so it's all in blind box. So if you manage to get yourself that secret rare 25 editions, you can get the physical. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, there's more. It says the grenade red ultra rare edition 395 print giveaway. What is this, you ask? Well, let me tell you. The collector who secures the grenade red ultra rare 395 mint number digital collectible on the drop, again very important, on the drop, will win a physical print showcasing all 4 grenades as created by Nick Walker. The winner will be contacted for shipping information in order to deliver your special print. Again, ships internationally. So it's like, what? No way. So this is definitely a very, very interesting drop. What about Dr. Sven? How do we feel about this one?
Yeah, I think they really nailed it on this one. They maybe my collectibles or someone from the community really showed them the way. Good edition size, very good phygital things. The only thing I would love is if they would change it, like you got the different color, but maybe add another kind of maybe a grenade or a handgun or something like that. But that's totally subjective. I would love to have different styles of art, because I love the art, and even if it's interactive, I think it will be a very nice piece to have in your folds when you open your folds, and there's the heart as a centerpiece. Could look very nice. So very good work from VeVe. Very excited about this one. Don't know if I have some gems left, but this will be a good one, and I actually need to go for this. If you see those digital things, there's no discussion. We should go for this.
Yeah, definitely. So, what about you, Doctor? You got any thoughts on the grenade drop? Because it definitely looks like it's going to drop a grenade on the market.
Yeah, man. I agree with Sven pretty much, man. It's they nailed the mechanics on the drop. You know, everything involved with it. Love the digital aspect, and you know, I look at these things as like, you know, them trying things out and experimenting. So, being that, you know, MC is in there, hopefully, you know, I know he's a comic dude like me, so hopefully they do something like this for comics, you know, where we start getting, you know, you hit a specific mint number or a certain, you know, rarity with the mint number or whatever, and you get a digital, or, you know, or a physical, I should say, you know. So who knows where we're gonna go, but it's good they're testing these things out now. I like the drop, you know. I like the drop. Like the art, it's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, especially being animated with sound as well. So I'm just trying to envision what sort of animation sound it's probably going to have. It's probably going to be like, you know, like a beating with a heartbeat, more than likely. Could have maybe like, you know, I know, spurt a little bit of paint or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it explodes for all we know.
It could.
You know?
Could very well.
It could start beating and pulsating and then blow up. It's a grenade.
That's it. Boom, 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 bang. Yes, Ben.
Yeah, I was wondering, Dr. Strange, would you love it if they would like drop a very important comic and they say the release year of that mint, if you get that release year, you can swap the mint with VeVe and you get a PSA 9 or 10 of this comic. Would you be in for that? Would you swap your item? Would you keep the digital or would you swap?
Oh, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah, I like the concept. I would say that it depends on the value of the physical book in that grade. I mean, because a super old book is not going to have a super high grade. So it depends on the balance of what we're talking about. But yeah, it just depends on the value of the two items versus each other.
Yeah, but maybe what if they say, okay, this is the market value of the comic. We can give you that value in gems. It would be expensive, I think, or you could get, or you could keep, and we switch it. So VeVe gets the important min number in their collection, and you get a digital item.
Well, it would be a physical, unless they're going to give me another digital with the physical, but I think I know what you're saying. I mean, I think that's the whole beauty of the element in which we're playing with, right? Is the fact that you can do all these cool things. So, yeah, you know, if you land a certain, like the year that the comic came out or first character appeared, you know, you could probably do a bunch of different things because, as we know, you know, there's always mint numbers people are hunting for. So you could pack all types of utility based on those mint numbers and all types of things. And yeah, you know, I wouldn't rely on VeVe to tell me what a physical comic is worth in whatever grade. But if they're saying that part of their bounty is, you know, whatever the comic is in one of the highest grades that are just out and available, I could do my own assessment of its value. And then, you know, again, that value is still compared to how comics are doing on the app, because obviously if something like that was to have happened way back when everything was ran up, then certain comics were worth more than the physicals, no matter how high you know, like so it's certain combinations of things where it's so many nuances to that yeah, you would have to worry about that in the moment. You'd probably cross that bridge when you get to it. But just overall, yeah, it's a dope concept.
Mm.
You know, I hope that's where they're heading to. I think that's the point.
Mm. Well, I mean, like I was just reading the comments here, like, you know, Guru's suggesting, saying, I think the person who mints the year should get the physical book, like reward them. So yeah, maybe because obviously, like, you know, we've got like, you know, the likes of Commerce and Crypto offering like bounties, like the specific mint numbers, like, you know, and that sort of job. So like maybe this is something that the VeVe's trying to do now. Like, you know, you like we're saying, like, you know, you mint a certain like year or date or something like that, and then that puts you like, you know, either in the draw for a physical something or just entirely to like Guru was saying, like, you know, you get like a physical copy of the book. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a graded book, but you can still get like, you know, something in physical form.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. It becomes a whole nother element once you're talking about me giving up what I just hit on the drop to obtain something else versus if I just hit this on the drop, now I get something extra for that. That's a whole nother scenario. And yeah, that's way better, you know, because in that scenario, that opens up what I'm open to accepting. I mean, if it's free, then I'll take whatever they're going to give me. So whether that's a facsimile copy raw, whether that's an original copy raw, whether that's a facsimile graded or original graded, I wouldn't care what, you know, so it's free, it's free. Exactly. But if you're talking about, oh, I got to trade this in and now you own it and now you're giving me something else. Now I'm trying to sum up values and what if this goes down and this goes up and then, you know, so it's a lot.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, you know, when you start pricing it like that, like it becomes a different sort of ball game. But yeah, I mean, like, if they're offering like, you know, you meet like, you know, this date, we'll send you like, you know, a free like raw copy of the book or something, and then from there you can do with it as you will. I mean, that'll definitely give people more incentive to like, you know, go for drops and you know, actually try and participate more in the market. Maybe I know, maybe just playing around with different mechanics, but the idea is definitely solid. I know.
Yeah, I agree, man. Definitely. I mean, and back to incentivizing people to go for drops, I think it's still that thing that everybody goes through when they, you know, are trying to go and for a drop and get specific things, you know, like secret rares or whatever it is, or even just be at a certain threshold of like, all right, at least if I hit an ultra rare, I'm okay. And it's not a problem hitting a common, but I think most people run into a problem or have a bad taste in their mouth. Like my man Punch Pablo yesterday, he went for the drop and he went for like 6 or 7 of them and only got he got all rares. You know what I mean? I don't know how you balance that, but there has to be a way to build in something to incentivize you to keep hitting the buy button. And if what stops you from hitting the buy button is the fact that you could possibly keep getting commons, then maybe building something where if you go for it 2 times, the 3rd time, it definitely won't be a common. Might be an uncommon still, but it definitely won't be a common. Or skip the uncommon. It'll definitely be a rare, but it, you know, like where it's a minimum threshold of what you hit, the more you keep going for it. But at the same time, you know, you can't make it to where it's like they just keep going and then they're just going to automatically have access to getting a secret rare, you know. But it definitely has to be some sort of cap where you're not spending the money and going for 8 things, getting all commons, and then you're looking like, damn, I could have just went into the market and held that money and just bought what I wanted. What's the point of going for the drop?
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean that's really like, you know, what's putting people off like, you know, actually participating on drops now, because they know like 9 times out of 10 you can just pick it up like, you know, for dirt cheap in the market. But so Viva La V's got a suggestion, like, says, would you burn 10 commons or 5 uncommons or 3 rares or 2 ultra rares and maybe an SR for a holographic version? So like basically coming back to the idea of like some kind of like, you know, burning mechanics that we've sort of, I think we've spoken about this like in a few episodes back. Like basically if you like they had like say something like, you know, if you pick up 10 commons, like, you know, you can burn them and then they'll give you like an exclusive cover or something like that.
Yeah, there's 2 different scenarios. There's that scenario and then the one he's laying out, which is saying burn all of that. I think he's saying for physical. And again, if I'm going to burn anything for physical, I have to sum up the value of that physical first and then weigh out all these items on the app and the fact that that physical might have been on the market for 20 years and I have a lot of movement, whereas this digital is something new and we don't know how much upside these items have. So it's a lot to weigh out. But I think instead of making me trade in something altogether, just keep it, you know, you win something or, you know, maybe there's a bounty opportunity. I think that bounty stuff really could incentivize people to go for drops just in itself. Like every comic, even if it was a modern, not every modern comic, but definitely the ones on the VeVe app, certain comics, even if it's 2Gs, like hit this specific mint number, you get $2,000, in gems or whatever it is,
Yeah, it's just anything.
So types of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said we could have like our own like a Mandalorian scenario going on there. Like we could start like our own like little like bounty hunting guild or something.
Oh, that'd be dope.
That would be.
Yeah.
But I might have Josh Collectors Gone Digital off the stage. Josh, are you with us, mate? Is Elon letting you? Is Elon letting you play?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Way.
Oh my lord, that took a while. I went on my computer. I restarted my laptop, my phone, everything. Nothing was working.
I said
but,
nothing can keep this guy out of the space. Take that, Elon.
Apologies for being late, but first off, man, I don't want to be repetitive, but huge congratulations. Very well deserved with the logo. I know I sent you the DM, so I can't really say it better than how I put it in that. But yeah, very, very well deserved. So huge congrats.
No, nice one. Thank you very much, and also big congratulations to you as well. Like for winning the ETH.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
but yeah, I was a little caught up with trying to figure out the mic stuff, so I don't exactly know what we're talking about. So,
well, we're basically talking about or maybe Sven can fill us in. Yes, Sven.
Yeah, I would think, Josh, maybe we should thank Osman, his wife, too, that she didn't unplug us that much. So we should, if you're going to Vegas with Osman Collects, maybe give a little attention to his wife too, because she tries to rock us every now and then, but she still keeps the faith in it. Maybe now she will stop rocking.
Yeah, maybe not. It depends on how grumpy she is and how late it is here and how loud I am. But yeah, no. So far it's all good. But actually, one thing I do want to say real quick, just because I can see him listening there in the background, is I want to give a personal thank you to Dr. Rolex for all the very kind words he said about basically putting my name forward for the golden logo during the space is gone. So again, big thank you for that. I really appreciate that you enjoy the space, enjoy what I'm trying to do here. And again, also a big thank you to you as well. Like, because you've done giveaways on this in our space as well, which has also been extremely generous. So again, thank you very much for the kind words. Thank you for the support, and just thank you for keep coming back. Because like I always say, it's you guys, the listeners, who make these spaces what they are, and I just appreciate you. Even if you take 1 minute or 1 hour out of your day, I just appreciate everybody in the space taking your time to come and chill with us. And like I always say, if anyone wants to come up at the stage at any time and say a few words, say hi, or you're just looking for a bit of confidence to speak in the space for the first time, want to try and collect and connect with other like-minded individuals and talk about what's been going on in your collecting journey or world, we're all for it. That's what the space is all about. But yeah, just getting back to what we were saying about so we're just basically going over the Nick Walker drop with the handle with care, which is basically the sort of like a collaboration with the L1X. Are you familiar with it, Josh? Do you know what's going on with it?
Not too familiar with the artist, but I saw the Medium article or the drop announcement. They look really cool. The physicals as well.
Yeah, we're just sort of going over the idea of that now, because it says here with the red grenade red ultra rare, saying if you manage to score yourself mint 395, you get basically the physical giveaway.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, and I'm a big fan of L1X. I think they're doing great things. I think the collectible is super appropriate for the platform, for it being the heart. But did I hear you say that it was animated earlier?
Yes, apparently, according to the Medium article here, it says it is animated with sound. So if there's any footage or media of anything actually about what this thing actually does, and anyone's able to share it, please do, because we're just going over a bit of speculation of what does this thing actually do. Obviously, it's probably going to beat. Like, will it beat and then blow up, or will it spurt some paint or something? Who knows? But
yeah, that's interesting.
But no, we just talking about the idea of how maybe that could translate into other drops. and then start like maybe incentivizing more people to go for drops, saying like, there's a possibility, like going back to the gamification aspect of it, saying, say for example, if you get like the last public mint or first public mint or something like that, if you score that on the drop, then that automatically entitles you to a free copy of a comic book or something like that. Or there was the idea of like, maybe if you score like a minty or something like that, then you could possibly redeem it for like the physical or something like that. But then, like Doctor was saying, then comes the question of like, the weighing up the value of like, is it going to be worth you trading up like, what you get on the drop for the physical, and et cetera, et cetera. So there's a few little bits and pieces there that probably got to work on. But I definitely like the idea. I like the concept.
I think they're heading in the right direction. I mean, they're changing up the drop mechanics recently, and then I know I think it was My Collectables who had mentioned that the way that they drop content is going to be changing as well. So it sounds like they're going to be pivoting. So yeah, all good things in my opinion.
Yeah, no, very good, and very interested to see when where they go. So that is going to be the Handle with Care drop is going to be on the 26th of June. So that's next coming Wednesday. And like I said before, it's a 30 gem price point, and it's all blind box. And if you are happy and you do happen to land yourself that secret rare, which is only 25 editions, that puts you in with the you get the physical, and it's also shipped internationally as well. So this is open to everybody. So that is probably the biggest one on drop wise that we've got coming. But we've got a couple of comic books coming too. So
wait, biggest drop wise. I don't know if I missed it, but have you covered the concept collectibles that were revealed at first that we've now seen the unveilings for? Venom and Carnage.
Oh, sorry, yeah, no, I haven't got that far yet. Only because the meme articles haven't dropped yet. But
oh, I see. Okay.
But yes, we do finally have the detail, or have the first pictures of the Carnage and Venom collectibles will be coming with the Venomized Mighties event, which almost everyone forgot about, because it feels like forever since we sort of like had anything about that. But what do we think? I think they're looking pretty sick, to be honest.
Worth the wait, in my opinion. But am I the only one who's getting like a different vibe from the promo videos as well?
Well, let me just...
I don't know why, but I feel like they're more polished. The collectibles the quality is like fantastic.
Man, I'm just trying to find it because I think someone put it up in the comments not long ago. Here we go. So yeah, it's who put that there? VeVe was it VeVe Vault Master Creator put it up in there in the comments. But yeah, Carnage, cool. So yeah, it's definitely looking a lot more polished. Whoops, definitely looking a lot more polished. Looks like there's some slight animation in there as well, because it looks like some of the tentacles are either moving or shimmering or something like that. But yeah, it's looking very, very, very clean. And we kind of notice that, like, with the drops that have been coming out lately, like everything is looking like so polished and so nice.
Yeah, getting better and better.
Oh, here we go. It says here in the comments, Euro says they've stepped up the promos ever since Blackpink. So it's very true, they have. I would not, because Guru says, just going back to his comment about crafting, says, I would not, because 21 books is far more liquid than one holographic version. That's very true. Just going back to about, like, if you would burn a whole heap of books to get a holographic version or something. No, very, very cool. Right. Well, I'll tell you what. So now that it's according to my clock, it's come up to 9:30 here in the UK. So we'll be going for just over an hour. Josh, you were just about in time. How about we do a giveaway? Who wants to do a giveaway?
More giveaways.
More giveaway, because Hinano has actually been nice enough. He wants to donate a Cryptoys Luke to some lucky viewer here in the space. So what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
So bear with me a second, because like always, ladies and gentlemen, this always happens in real time, and 9 times out of 10, I am extremely unorganized. But that's what brings that little bit of spark to the show, a little bit of realism. Because as contrary to popular belief, I am nowhere near a professional or anything like that. I'm just a guy on the internet just trying to provide a space for everyone to come together and enjoy their collectibles and geek out with fellow friends and the community. But random generator. Right, so what we'll do is we're just going to keep it simple. We're going to do a random number generator. If my system, I have a lot of technical issues tonight. It's really doing my head in. Right, here we go. Okay, let's do 4, 8, 12. All right, so Josh, can you just confirm for me how many? Actually, if we're going to do this, let's do
32.
Yeah, if we're going to do this, let's do it properly. There we go. All right there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So we got 32 names there on the wheel. I've just done basically just a random number generator, just trying to keep this very, very simple. And we have a winner. So this is for the Cryptoys Farm Boy Luke, very, very generously donated by the Real Hinano from the Real Uncommon podcast. And 2, 4. And I want to say I have a winner. So let me turn this off and get this ready here. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the winner of the Luke Farm Boy Cryptoys. And also just bear in mind that to be eligible for this, you do have to have a MetaMask wallet or an ETH address, something we can send this to. It is actually funny enough because this guy actually has already won something already. It is going to. Oh, actually, I think I do have a drum roll here somewhere. Oh, I did. Where's it gone? This is what happens when you don't organize anything. Tell you what, but Bischoff, never mind. It is O'Milly. Yes, sir, O'Milly. You are the proud owner and winner of a Luke Cryptoys Farm Boy from the Real Hinano. So congratulations to you, sir. It's still a work in progress, but it's still fun. So yeah, O'Milly, if you get in touch with Hinano, I'm sure he'll set you up with your Luke Farm Boy from Cryptoys. So if you haven't got yourself a Cryptoys, mate, there you go. And again, a big thank you to the Real Hinano for donating that. Really, really generous, mate. And so yeah, so that's our first giveaway, but don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, there will be more. There will be more because I might have one or two that I'm going to give away myself. But in saying that, I've got to be careful because every time I say the word giveaway, usually someone will pop up from the crowd and say, "Oh, I've got something to give away too." So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know what can happen in these spaces. Anything can happen. Oh, here we go. We got the man, the myth, the legend, the voice of the X Spaces himself. Oh, Millie, come up to the stage. Millie, how are you, mate?
Oh man, what an intro. Thank you, husband. Collectors Gone Digital, Dokta Strange, my guy Sven. What's up, everybody in the crowd? Had to come up and just show thanks. Of course, I'll hit up D and Hinano, but still wanted to come up and say hi. I'm a big fan of the show, and a lot of spaces always say like you got to come up and talk, and I'm like, that's all I do all day. So when I get to just chill out and support by being a listener, I really appreciate that as well. So thank you guys. All the love that you're showing me, Osman, and everybody else who won something. It's just incredible. And it shows the power of the community. So I just want to thank everybody again. A lot of kind DMs. I'm sure Osman got them too. So
yes,
let's freaking go. Let's keep building. Let's keep the positive train going.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And this is exactly my nap time. So thank you. I was just about to log out of here, and then I heard my name. So what an amazing couple of days. Wow.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you again.
Yeah, no, Amelia, mate. Take care, mate. Get some sleep, get some rest, because you definitely deserve it, mate. Like I've said before, definitely one of the hardest working guys in the spaces there. Like I said, I always see your name in every space I tend to drop in. Yeah. So again, big congratulations to you, mate. You definitely deserve the gold logo, and enjoy it.
Thank you again, man. And I just one more thing for the crowd. A lot of you guys are in here. I see a lot of retweets and likes on the space. I just want to thank you for that, and kind of remind people. I'm always saying this in my spaces, Oz, that word of mouth in Web3 for content creators is subscribing, liking and retweeting. Sometimes it seems like a chore for people, but just if you know anything about small business, word of mouth is what keeps them alive. It's you telling other people about it, and the best way to do that online is actually to retweet and like and share. It costs you nothing, but you cannot understand what that does for the content creator. So keep doing that, guys. It just spreads the message, and everybody gets to grow that way. And I can't wait to see all of us grow more and more.
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. It's all about promoting each other in the space, helping each other, basically just encouraging, help, and just helping everyone reach their max potential.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. And like Amelia said, like, comment, subscribe. Just be gentle though. Be gentle. Hit at the very hit that like button.
All right, later, guys.
All right, take care, mate. But yeah, no, Amelia's definitely right. I mean, yeah, it doesn't take much, just at the very minimum, to hit the like button, because it appeases the YouTube overlords or the X space gods. So we've just done our giveaway. So what else can we talk about? What's on my list of talking points? Because I did sort of throw some talking points together. Yeah, we talked about our comic books. So we've got some comics coming to VeVe as well. So we've got let me see here. So we've got 3 scheduled for this week. So we've got another Deadpool comic. So we've got Deadpool: The Circle Chase #1 from 1993. So I don't think there's anything overly standoutish about this comic, to my knowledge, but I'm sure the Doctor will have his Stack and Slack videos in the pipeline for us. Will probably give us a bit more information about what's going on here. But it says Deadpool: The Circle Chase #1. Oh, the first Deadpool starring series. So that's what the point is. Deadpool must make his way through a battalion of mercenaries in something I can't say, but it's apparently in Yugoslavia. Little does he know that Weapon X is lying in wait to take him down. So it's a $6.99 comic, and it is a 5,000 edition. So the edition sizes look like they're settling around 5 to 6K. And I don't think we've got any exclusive covers, not that it says, but yeah, it looks nice. So how do we feel, guys? We're going to go for this one? Are we going to pass, or are we going to wait for the official word from Doctor?
I'm not sure yet, honestly. I'm still processing it, and I'm actually about to start working on the episode, so I haven't really looked at the drops too heavy and processed it, but more than likely, I would say.
So stay tuned. So we've got that one. So that one is dropping on Tuesday, the 25th of June. And then we've got on the 26th of June, which is the Wednesday, we have got a Disney comic. So I believe this is the first Donald Duck one we've had on the app. So it says, "That's your life, Donald." Very, very cool. So let's have a look here. Let's see some. Okay, so is it in blind box? Oh no, it is in blind box. So yeah, so it's different. So it's just like the other Disney comics. Like they're all like they're different covers. Original comic series main cover. Blah, 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 blah. So it is $6.99, and there's cover variant 5. And there's 5K editions. So 5,000 editions are $6.99, and looks like it's all about Donald Duck. So it looks very cool. I mean, me personally, I'm not into the Disney comics, but if you are, you might find this appealing. It's a really cool looking one with the rare's got Donald popping out of a cake. So that's interesting. What about Sven, Doctor? So how do we feel about these comics? Do we like them? Do we not like them? Pass.
I think it's cool for what it is, first time type of thing. I don't know if anybody knows, but I'm not a huge Disney fan like that. So, kind of limited in how I feel about those comics. I don't buy everything. But yeah, I think it's dope, especially for those people that collect Disney.
Yeah, so just on the subject of Disney, I'm just looking at the comments here, and Sven, you just put something in the comments saying like Uncle Scrooge, my first million. Apparently, the secret rare is sitting at a 1 million floor, or sorry, the 1 million max.
Yeah, it's so funny. There's just one comic, and it's the title of the comic is Uncle Scrooge, my first million, and they list the secret rare for 1 million every time. So it's a bit of a meme. It looks like a meme, but it's very funny. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. I see a few familiar faces. I see VeVe Wheels there at the top of the chain. Like, again, he's a supporter of the space. So congratulations to you, VeVe Wheels. You rock that 1 million, mate. I love it.
Yeah, you should check their vaults. They have 1 million in the vault probably then.
Very cool. So that's our Disney comic. But now this one's a little bit more interesting. We've got a Wolverine comic. Ooh. So we've got Wolverine #1 from 1988. So it says here, the first Wolverine ongoing miniseries, also ongoing series. So this one drops on Thursday, the 27th. So, and we do have looks like some exclusive rare and ultra rare covers. So it says Wolverine #1, the first Wolverine ongoing series. Welcome to Madripoor, the best place to find trouble and lose yourself in it. It's a key piece of Wolverine's past, and death awaits him there in #1 of his first ongoing series. Ooh, okay. So this one's a 10 gem price point at 5,000 editions. So very, very interesting. So has anyone else noticed as well, like, when they put out the meme article now, is that they sort of like neglect the rare and ultra rare artists?
Yeah, I have noticed that, because I used to definitely make reference to that when I was doing the videos, and that information was right there, or sometimes it would be at the bottom, or sometimes it would be at the bottom of each rarity, like within that square, like at the bottom left corner with the year. So yeah, I've been, just going to go collect pretty much, or key collector, especially key collector, because I just like the way they give you background info. They tell you first appearance stuff, just everything on the one page, and you could just click one button and see all the variants. So.
Yeah, same. So yeah, if my collectibles is out there, or anyone from the VeVe team is listening, yeah, that's definitely one suggestion I want to see you come back. Bring back the rare and ultra rare artists on the blog articles. But the rare and ultra rare does look really cool. It's got obviously it looks like we've got Wolverine here as his patch persona, and there it looks like he's tearing it up. So there's a poor fellow with the beard doesn't know what's just hit him. So Wolverine's looking very, very angry, like someone's just stolen his favorite steak or something. But yeah, looking really cool. So that's the 10 gem price point of 5K edition. So don't know how that one's going to go, but I guess we'll see. And I think that's about all we've got in the way of coming drops for VeVe, unless I've missed something. But then of course we've got the Carnage and Venom drop coming as well, which I don't think there's a date for just yet. Just checking the VeVe X page, just in case there's anything here I've missed. No. Nope. So that's that looks about it. So yeah, so that basically concludes the VeVe sort of side of things. Unless anyone else has got anything else they want to add. So what about you, Josh? So you got anything you want to chime in on?
No, I was just about to say my list is pretty empty this week.
Yeah, I know. I was saying at the start of the show, like, I've been like so busy this week, and like, I haven't had a chance to like sort of compile like a talking. I like literally like spent the last like hour before the show, like, you know, trying to scramble as much information about talking points as I possibly could?
You know, I do have one thing. If you want to go back to Viz Media, I know we already talked about that in a space. But, I got a comment on one of my videos, and it got me thinking. The comment said that they couldn't think of any better IP now past Viz Media, because all the larger names that people were kind of waiting for had to do with like anime and manga and things like that. And I kind of thought about that more, and I was like, okay, we got Disney, we got Marvel. Now we have an IP that has the license to Dragon Ball and Naruto and Pokemon and like the biggest names. So the more and more I think about it, the more and more I agree with that comment. I would love to get people's opinion in the space on that. Can you guys think of like a larger name now that VeVe can kind of get or drop on us past like Dragon Ball and Pokemon that like Viz has?
Ooh, interesting question, ladies and gentlemen. So if
I feel like that's a tough question to answer, because for me, I can't really think of much. I think of like maybe some athletes like Messi, Ronaldo, the Taylor Swifts of music and stuff like that. But
then again, to sort of like, you know, get that level of sort of IP, I'm no expert on how it all works, but I can imagine there'd be like, you know, that many different hoops to jump through. I mean, like, you know, that's probably like a little bit high on the ambition scale, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, what, just in the sense of like anime and manga, or just like, you know, the next level IP in general, like what could possibly top it?
I think just across the board, just any IP larger, because I think what I just named there is like Messi, Ronaldo, maybe like a Michael Jackson, Prince, those kind of names, those would be up there for sure. But before we had Disney, some of the largest IP you would think of is Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, right? Yep. We got those three. After that, a lot of it had to do with anime and manga. Now, Viz pretty much has the rights to all the anime and manga, or at least the biggest ones.
Yep.
So they've ticked off all those boxes. So I just keep thinking back to that question. I'm like, okay, what boxes are left to tick off here? Like, what can they tick off?
Well,
and it's sports and music, but
yeah. Well, Master Ronnie says, Tesla, Apple, maybe.
Yeah, Tesla could be a big one because their fan base is pretty crazy. But
yeah,
in the collectible world, I don't know.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Maybe we get like a collectible, like the Tesla truck or something like that.
Cybertruck, yeah.
Would that be cool? Oh, here we go.
It's a wild truck. Yeah, I know Tesla would be a big name. That would be cool. SpaceX. I know David's a big fan of SpaceX and Musk, but
yeah, interesting. Like again, if anyone's got any ideas, feel free to chuck them in the comments here. Like, you know, let's get some thoughts rolling, get some discussion going. We've got Oz in the house. Oz, how are you, mate?
Yo, good. What's up, Oz, Josh, Doc, Sven? Congratulations again for you, Ozman, as well as you too, Josh, and all the people who kind of won the giveaways here. That just shows the testament of time of the effort that you guys have been putting into the space. So congrats again.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, that's a great question, Josh. And right when you asked that question, I immediately thought of VeVe as far as playing the game of Monopoly, but they're playing it backwards with the pieces. So I think the anime side of things, as far as collectibles and collecting, you know, is kind of like the one, some of the last pieces that they can get as far as IP wise. And now they're going to start working on the game, you know, which in general right now the game is the market. But I mean, they're working on everything as far as the VeVeverse and everything, the drops wise, as far as gamifying that with the prizes and physicals. So I really think this is just a lot more of a bigger picture as far as now the transition of now the IPs have been gathered. Now we always say that we're here early, you know, and there's still so much room that VeVe can do overall as a space because the space is still new. But as far as acquisitions of the IPs, now the other question that I would bring back up is, you know, how long they have these licenses. You know, granted, we've only been here for a little over 2 years. You know, if their licensing agreement was for 5 years and this was all a 5-year game plan, that is, in my opinion, a really good timeline so far of what they've done. as far as IP acquisition and setting up for the next contract negotiation of how long they could renew those licenses for. So the question that you brought up for me wasn't more so of which IP they can get. Obviously with the music stuff that it came in, that could obviously lead to IPs. But as far as biggest IPs worldwide, I mean, with the anime partnership or gateway that could lead to it, I don't think there's really much bigger as far as the one that you're talking about as individuals. But those also attach to other types of IPs as far as industries. We have the basic fundamentals of the collectible industry already. So really just want to see where David kind of takes that where he has right now and what's the next 2-3 years to come. You know what I mean? Because in my opinion, I think they have enough revenue coming in to where they could sustain. It's never been a question of mine.
Dude, great points. I really appreciate you sharing that. That's a really good point about the contract times. I didn't think about that. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, just looking in the comments here as well. Like, Guri has a couple of suggestions. He says, I have a few for you, Josh. He says, what about Formula One, European football, also European Football League, sports teams, or maybe Honda or Kawasaki, Ferrari? Maybe get some of them big names.
Ferrari, I would love to see on the platform. Don't get me wrong, I'm a car guy. I think it would be the same as Lambo that already dropped.
Yep.
And in terms of cars, I think those are at the top, right? Just my opinion, but those are the two biggest names. In terms of European, like soccer, sports, football. I think that's where like the next big stuff is, and esports. Like the football F1, I think can be big, but I think it's also still kind of growing a lot over in like North America. It's a lot bigger over in the East, but yeah, that could be big as well. And also the doors that could open, because the sponsorships in F1 are crazy. Mr. MC1 could probably talk about that.
There's an actual F1 race after DCon this year. So the week after DCon, there's a big F1 race in Vegas. So for any of those F1 fans, look into that for sure.
I was just going to say, in the past, I wanted sports a little bit more than I do now. I think that in the past, when I was feeling that, we didn't have, as many collectibles on the app. We definitely didn't have as many animated ones. So, when I think of sports, like, I don't picture wanting a statue of a player, even if it's animated, doing something like, ooh. But I think I'm almost at a point where I just need something else. So I would rather them not do any sports unless it comes with some sort of game or, it has to interact just in a different way than what we have currently. So maybe hold off till VeVe versus here and do something like that. But do I want it? Yeah, definitely. But it's just like, what did I really collect that was sports players when I was growing up? Well, they had a thing called Pro Set, so I do relate to it in that way. But is that just all I want now? Nah, I think I've just grown and evolved to a point where like a statue and it being animated is just like not good enough. So if I get, Chase and he does, some crazy catch and slams the ball like a touchdown, but there's no players around him, there's no environment, there's no nothing. It's just like, all right, that's cool. All right, like it's just where I'm at now. That might be me.
Yeah, that's cool. That's totally understandable. I mean, I remember those series as well. Mr. MC1, say thanks for coming back, mate. You got something?
Yeah, so I was going to comment on the F1. So, Tezos sponsors multiple F1 teams. And so that is fundamentally the challenge. So as you guys might know, I'm very close to the McLaren team. I'd introduced McLaren to VeVe, and I'd introduced Zach Brown and the lady who heads up esports and also the NFT and all that stuff for McLaren. Her name is Lindsay Eckhouse. So I introduced them to VeVe. They practically begged VeVe to put McLaren on VeVe, but the only requirement was that VeVe would need to do it on Tezos. Right. So that, as you guys know, that's a non-starter, right? Because VeVe's on mutable and stuff. So it's an Ethereum layer 2. But yeah, that was the challenge. That remains the challenge, is my sense, because just for McLaren to have Tezos as a sponsor, even the others, I think Ferrari too. There's a bunch of teams that Tezos sponsors. To have, for the F1 team to have Tezos sponsor you, but then your NFTs are on some other chain is a problem.
Yeah.
So that's the issue, guys. That's the issue.
Okay.
But if VeVe has, has some stuff like his multi-chain or whatever, and supports Tezos, they'll get all the F1 teams, if not some.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So what about you? Is there a certain IP that you would like to see come to the platform, Mr. MC1, or something that you think maybe would like the next big leg up besides like VeVeverse and that sort of stuff, like IP wise?
It's a tough question, man. Like, I would like to see. What would I like to see? So many things, man. Well, let's get Pokemon, right? Pokemon should come on to VeVe. With Viz Media, it makes that feasible, but you never know, right? They still have to pick individual kind of IPs still on there to come out. So I would love Pokemon to come out. I would like VeVe to get into tickets and passes. Pretty much every ticket or pass for concerts and sporting events, and that whole thing should be like a vertical where every ticket, even the Comic-Cons, every ticket at Comic-Con that gets sold should be sold on VeVe, and the validation at the door should be on the blockchain with VeVe. That would be great. Those are all like Decon, all of these Comic-Cons, all these art events, every one of them. In fact, every single freaking art event in the world should have a ticket that's on the VeVe blockchain. That would be sort of, my, dream kind of a thing, because then it opens the door to utility with those tickets, and it creates long-term value, and people will come back in for those tickets, and people get free stuff and maybe paid stuff. That's my I don't know, I haven't thought that question through so fully, but those are some cool things that I'd like to see.
No, that's cool, man. I mean, like it sort of goes back to what we were talking about before about like with the what's going on with the grenade drop. Like, you score the mint number, then that gets you like the physical and that sort of stuff. I know we sort of saying that maybe that is what's needed to sort of draw like a bit of attention back into the market. So having like some chase items like that.
So if you pull the pin on the grenade, does it explode?
I don't know, but I would love to see. I would love to know if it did.
Man,
that'd be cool.
That's the fun I've spread. Like, what the hell? What's the fun of having a grenade if you can't pull a pin?
That's what we were saying before. Like, does it blow up? Like, is it like a bang and there's like a big like a big like puddle of like blue paint or something? Who knows? Yeah,
that would be great in the VeVeverse. So like, 1 in 5 times that you pull it explodes in your face.
No, that would be fun.
Yeah, and if you're a fudder, it's like every time it explodes in your face, you have certain accounts that are marked. that will set people off, man.
Oh man, that's great. I love it. Noz, you got something you want to say about it?
Yeah, with Sanjay's statement, as far as what he would like to see, that kind of gets me thinking of rather than IP acquisition for VeVe, it would more now be partnerships. Because that's what Sanjay is mentioning. It'd be great for partnerships. Partnering up with the people who host San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, the obvious partnership right now that is confirmed is when David Yu said D23.
Yep.
To be invited into D23, you have to be a partner of Disney. You have to be some way affiliated with that. So that gives me a little bit more. Thanks for mentioning that your what you would like to see, Sanjay, as far as VeVe, because partnerships is definitely something I would like to see, because they don't have to like own anything. It's just partnerships about exposure and things like that. So that I would love to kind of see that and then get them interacting with it, because I mean, we see with like London Police, how they help their community as far as the collecting side of things.
Yes.
If they partner up with the creators of like San Diego Comic Cons and all the cons, that's just a really, really bullish thing. It's not just exposure, but the power that the market and VeVe would have as far as everyone going to it. So that's sorry, I'm always thinking about stuff like that, aside from like Marvel Snap and gaming collecting.
Very true, man. One thing, can we just talk about like IP for a minute? Like there's a lot of, armchair CEOs and presidents in the audience kind of thing, not here, out of the space, like on X, who say, David should not do any more new IP, just focus on VeVeverse. Okay, look, if you have like IP like all this Japanese anime, manga, and all these big brands in the world, and you're going to let them sit around, untapped, then somebody else is going to sign them up. Like David's not going to sit around with his thumb up his ass waiting for freaking McFarlane and Cryptoids and everybody else to sign them up and say, oh, no, we're not going to, for the next 3 to 5 years, we're not doing any more new IP. Let's just kind of build VeVeverse and do our own, like let's build it out and whatever.
Yeah.
That's all horseshit, dude. Like, if you're CEO of one of these companies, IP is king. You might go through ups and downs, and you'd still want to build VeVeverse and do all those kind of things, but that's got to be in parallel with securing IP.
Exactly.
Securing IP is a very big deal. There's no question of how to do it. And when you secure the IP, you can't sit on your ass too. There's like a finite time in which you got to launch it too. Otherwise, your partners will get frustrated and stuff. So yeah, man, like you have all these people who are not even presidents of the fucking HOA association who kind of try to, give advice on the internet. Like, oh yeah, don't do this. Go, forget about IP. Just build this thing. Like, really? Is that what you would do, dude? Like, if you ran a company, you would let IP just sit around?
Exactly. It's like, hey, anyway, you strike when the iron's hot, boy. It's like you get in there, you kick ass and take names, like
There you go. That's what you do, man. So that guy is on a freaking. That's why David's on a jet all over the world all the time trying to sign up IP and stuff. So, and like Dan can build VeVeverse, and if I'm disappointed it's not out as yet too. But hey, dude, like put out a product when it's ready.
Exactly.
But I don't see the rest of the planet falling off the cliff waiting to join a metaverse either. So there's time. Well,
that's right.
Like there's timing is everything, man.
Yeah.
Like,
the world's not going to implode if the VeVeverse doesn't come out tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah, last time I checked, the Meta Quest isn't flying. Last time I checked, Sandbox isn't booking like a shit ton of users, and nor is the other side or whatever those guys
with the Bored Apes.
Yeah, even what's this thing called Spatial? I don't think Spatial is doing that great. I don't have the numbers on Spatial though, but the others I do. Dr. Profit pulled some numbers, like he privately shared some numbers for me on that. And those other guys are not even freaking growing. You compare Sandbox and all these other kind of, no shade on those companies, by the way. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, if they're gonna make something happen, they gotta make something happen, not just sit around and wait.
Yeah, and the but you promised in 2020 logic gets old after a while. You got to do what's best at any given point in time. So they're going to do what's best for them at any given point in time, and they'll juggle that up to. So anyway, just my thoughts. I'm going to step down, guys. I wanted to just kind of make that point about F1.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like we said, if you got something to say, or if anyone out there's got something to say, you're more than welcome to come up and say it. That's what these spaces are all about. Like, gets the discussions going, gets the thoughts going. It's good. Makes a good conversation.
Yeah, but if you guys want to do an F1 race sometime, like if you want to go to an F1 race with the McLaren team, let me know. We can do that. And we may need Omi to do just a little better than where it is today to do it. But, hey, if you guys ever feel like we want to go to an F1 race, just let me know. I'll hit the team up and we'll get tickets and good tickets and stuff, man. Even if you have not so great tickets, we can get a tour of the paddock and all that stuff too. So I can hook us up with all those things.
Oh yes, sir. I tell you, Dan, I've never been anywhere near a Formula One race car, so I would definitely be up for that.
Okay, all right. Nice, guys, good stuff.
Okay, just to go into a couple of comments here I've been reading in the comments. Just a few of the IP that some of the listeners out there would like to see. So Shawnee Poo says, I want to see Austin Powers on the platform. So no surprise from Shawnee. I would love to see Austin Powers on the platform as well. That would be very cool. That'd be groovy, baby. What else do we want to see? Well, Shanksy says, I want to see some more video game characters. I want to see some more Gears of War, some Mario, maybe some Spyro. So Viva La Vie says the same thing. I want to see Nintendo. Nintendo would be a good one. We got one here from Ronnie Lido. So thanks for writing here, Ronnie. Says, I hope the grenade beats like a heart, but with the sounds of a grenade going off like mini explosions. Very cool. So Double Quill's got a good one. What about the golden McDonald's logo? Get a free Big Mac with every purchase. Ooh, now that's an intriguing idea. So you get a partnership going with McDonald's or a fast food chain. That way you can get yourself an NFT like they were trying to do with Starbucks at one point. I think Matic was trying to do it. Get yourself an NFT and get yourself a free Big Mac or something. Ooh, that's an intriguing idea. What's it? Guri also says, that if I was the product guy on the grenade drop, I would splash and a new unique painting is create on a white canvas. It'd be like an art photo. People put two or more grenades together and then blow them up. Okay, so sort of basically saying like, you can get like get a couple of grenades together, blow them up, and then maybe the paint will sort of splash together and make like a unique canvas or something. It's a good idea. Oh, and Guru's also says, I want to do an F1 event, say anytime. So Guru's definitely down for the F1 event, Mr. MC1. So yeah, looks like everyone's excited for that one. But but Josh, Doctor, so no, is it Sven? Anyone got any thoughts on some of those ideas? I definitely like the idea about the golden logo with the McDonald's partnership. Like, how about that? We get some NFTs, get some free Big Macs or something going on. What about that?
I'm all for it, man. It just got to be like once a month or something. It has to be more than like a one-time utility. Once a month, free Big Mac. Give you incentive to hold, give it some value. At least you know that it's worth the price of whatever Big Mac is at that time.
That's it. Or even at the very least, like, entitles you like buy this NFT and it entitles you to like one free regular coffee a week or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was some of the benefits of us going digital and using these non-fungible tokens. It's kind of like beyond just VeVe to do these things. Like the world needs to start catching up, and I don't know what it is. It might be something on the back end, blockchain technology-wise, that's still not making it, a super wide utilized thing yet. But maybe just business has to catch up to the technology. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely. So, well, you, Sven, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I would love to have a Big Mac every now and then, and I even have the McDonald's app, and I'm having problems because I collect all those points, but I don't want to spend them.
Oh, really?
Do you have that app on your cell phone?
I do have that myself.
Yeah, I have the problem every now and then. We go to the McDonald's and then we go in, and I don't want to spend my points then because I want to keep them. But so I have collecting issues there. And the thing is, what I would love on VeVe is maybe some cool IP like this. Just a second, I'll just give you the yeah.
But well, I get what you're throwing down though.
Yeah, love the Nintendo, love the Mario.
But yeah, I mean, then comes back that speculation again before about when they had the Viz Media drop later. Then there was the speculation because everyone could see the Street Fighter and the Mortal Kombat in the background. So how about that? Because we've got Capcom, so Street Fighter is definitely in the cards. But Mortal Kombat, do you reckon Mortal Kombat's a possibility?
Yeah, but we're like all dudes. Maybe we should have like a bit of female stuff too. I think the Harry Potter would do great to attract a bit of other audiences, like the Blackpink. We should spread out a bit. We want battle and fighting, but maybe we should have some Barbie and a bit of
a bit of peace and not so much war.
Yeah. Harry Potter, give me a Harry Potter wand, or give me that owl, or maybe the dog from the movie. That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. Like, get some Harry Potter, maybe doing like a bit more like on the what's the word? The more like on the fantasy side. So you got like, you know, the Harry Potters, maybe the Lord of the Rings, maybe some Dungeons and Dragons, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because in like.
Sorry, mate.
Said you might as well add in Game of Thrones while you're at it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, we do have like the House of the Dragon season 2 just starting, so yeah, we can definitely throw Game of Thrones in there.
Personally, I would like Walking Dead, but I think that IP is with from.
That's with McFarlane. I think they've got Walking Dead with someone else as well. I think it might be Gala Games. I think they've got something to do with Walking Dead, but yeah, I mean, Walking Dead might be a bit of a tricky one.
I think they're on Quit too, so maybe they're just whoring out their IP anyway. So who knows?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I personally wouldn't mind seeing like, you know, some Bethesda, maybe like some Fallout, or maybe like some Elder Scrolls Skyrim or something like that.
Definitely. Oh, speaking of games, man, you know what I never thought about? What if we got the characters and some of the iconic things that were in Resident Evil 1?
Ooh.
I wouldn't mind getting like that big ass spider, some of those zombies, you know, give me Claire, you know, with the shot, give me Chris, you know what I'm saying? Like those things I could picture being kind of statuesque and being animated, you know,
what?
like
you mean give you Jill with the
yes.
master of unlocking?
Yes. Yes. I need Wesker. I need what's the dude's what's the thing's name? What did they used to call him? Like the big boss at the end?
Oh, the tyrant.
Yeah, the tyrant, right? Yeah, some good characters that like would make sense being animated, statuesque, you know, not too much. But I think a key to it all is just letting these things interact with each other. I'm pretty sure that's where they're going, you know, when they did that deal with that other company that's like really good with AI. I think that's gonna just be part of all of it.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I know CB's just come on stage. I just want to put through one last comment here from Double Cool. Double Cool says, "I agree. There is way too much blood on VeVe right now." So I got a good one for you, Double Cool. How about My Little Pony? How about we get that on VeVe? Maybe. I know Double Cool's a fan of ponies. VeVe Magic just thrown up a comment as well. Someone recently spoke about IP viral gifts becoming NFTs. I think it's a cool idea. Yes, it is. But we've got CB upstage. CB, how are you, mate?
Osman, what's good? Dokta Strange, what's good? Nas, collectors, Sven, everybody. What's up, everybody? Chilling. How you doing, Dokta Strange? So, you know, it's interesting. Every time we talk about anywhere in the community, it's talked about, you know, what could be exciting for the next type of collectible drop.
Mm-hmm.
I think those conversations are always fun in terms of using our imaginations and asking ourselves what we see is next. And I'm always all for those conversations. I think though that we need to be realistic about the market behavior once those pieces are dropped, and we can't be disappointed when they don't perform well in the market, largely because they could lack scarcity, because right now, as we can see, scarcity is really what is driving market movement. I think back to before comics were dropped on VeVe, and I think back to that market psychology. If you would have fast forwarded before we knew that comics were dropping on VeVe, if you would have fast forwarded to now, where VeVe and Marvel have that partnership where they drop the comics every Wednesday, when the physicals are dropped, you would have been presenting a landscape that VeVe is involved in business-wise that would feel very alien to us, regardless of how we would have felt about it, positively or negatively. it would have been like, whoa, interesting. That's the direction that VeVe went in the last couple of years. You know, the market is jam-packed with content. And as far as comics go, VeVe is now in the business of X, Y, and Z with Marvel in real time. So I want to challenge everybody to expand your imaginations. And, you know, in my opinion, the exciting places that VeVe goes and the eventual evolution of VeVe, I don't believe is going to rest in what IP they're dropping, but instead the interesting types of business model that VeVe will enter into with different IP that may not always involve drops. Because my hope and what my spidey sense is telling me is that the VeVe business model will eventually splinter off into things that will actually be the driving force for user adoption. Dropping IP right now is not increasing user adoption. That is very clear. Look at Blackpink. But I don't think that moving forward into the future, I don't think that, you know, that it will be content in the form of drops that will eventually catch the public eye and cause an uptick in user adoption, which ultimately is what, you know, a lot of people are looking at, because they're looking at vault values and wondering if and when anything is going to go back up. I want to challenge everyone to ask yourselves if you're willing to exercise patience into the unknown in terms of the types of business models VeVe could be entering into the future. And I know nothing. I have no insider info or anything. But just based on that Marvel VeVe partnership and that entirely new platform that we got, I want people to imagine that on steroids, in taking forms that are unrecognizable to us now. And from now until then, as that evolves, make peace with the fact that the market is going to suffer and will continue to most likely go down, because we do not have the users to sustain the liquidity required to keep a consistently expanding market above what they drop for retail. I personally am fine with this patience and this timeline. And in many ways, I prefer this to the alternative being people are drawn into the app because of the IP that is dropped, and market floors go up sheerly because of the IP on the platform. I'd rather we increase our user base based on other business models that catch the attention of demographics that maybe we can't even imagine right now, whether it's whatever it winds up being. But I feel that's, you know, that's a multi-year process. And that excites me. That excites me more than anything else, because it's thinking so much bigger than the majority of the community is thinking right now. The majority of the community is thinking, okay, what's next? What's going to be that thing, that special elixir, that special sauce that's gonna get us shaking and moving again and get people. It's not going to be a drop, everyone. It's not going to be a drop. It's going to be a business venture that VeVe eventually gets into, that winds up so completely, in my opinion, eclipsing the business model of drops, that drops will become secondary. And this other business model or models, whatever they may be, will become primary. And then eventually attention will loop back around to the early years of those drops. And people will be like, oh, wow, look at this legacy stuff that dropped in the early years of VeVe. I need to gobble this up, because VeVe is, you know, doing whatever it's doing, you know, in monster form in these other realms that, again, right now I can't imagine what they would be. Ultimately, that's why I'm collecting on VeVe. I'm collecting not for now, not for a few years from now. I'm collecting for the prestige that will be early VeVe pieces way down the road.
That's right. You're collecting for the next, 10, 15 years, something like that.
So when you say expand your imagination, so what's some examples of content like where you think it's going to be going? I know
Sure, absolutely.
You mentioned
no, for sure.
So expand on that.
I think interactive experiences. I think, and I've spoken about this before in spaces. I think if you look at the way Slimer and the Ghost Trap interacted, that was proof that two collectibles can interact.
Yeah.
If you look at AR or VR tendencies, you'll get, or in other industries, you'll see that there is interactivity with environments that can be exciting and fun. I see no reason in the future VeVe won't be, maybe VeVe's primary business model will be interactive digital collectible / NFT experiences that the user can enter into and have a 1 minute, 2 minute, 10 minute, whatever it is, experience within their environment that engages and is and has a cause and effect activity with the user, either with a headset, on a laptop screen, a phone, whatever form it winds up taking. But I do believe that could be one of the models. And again, I go back to the Slimer Ghost Trap interactivity because it was really good. Think of what it did to your brain when you saw the Ghost Trap Trap Slimer. How good that was. Now imagine that times 100 in terms of you at the center of an experience and all these things interacting in front of you. I believe that could be one very exciting model that VeVe eventually gets into with a company that I haven't even thought about it enough to think what that company, could be. Sanjay mentioned something else before about I think music venues, ticketing. That makes me think about music experiences. I mean, I know that with OVR music experience, Overland OVR music experiences were something that people were very excited about. In the beginning, OVR being another metaverse platform from a few years ago. It's still around, but I haven't checked in on it in a while. Those are just two, but I mean, shit, it's limitless what those other business ventures that VeVe could step into could be, and the ways in which those could eclipse VeVe's initial business model, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it goes back to the whole what if concept, and that's all it needs. Just like that one spark to put the idea out there. What if this is possible, and then sort of gets you thinking. The next thing one leads to another, and then next thing you know, it's possible. Everyone's doing it.
Yeah. Interesting points. If I'm honest with you, though, I think everything that you were saying there was just yelling at me VeVeverse. I think that venture is with Cavernous. I think a lot of that interactivity is going to happen inside there, especially with the headsets, with VR, the scripting capabilities, what you want to build, how you want to use the collectibles, whether you want to hang the jetpack with James Bond on the wall or you want to use the smoke as special effects. That's going to be the starting stage. And then I think in terms of, taking this stuff mainstream, or at least getting a lot more word of mouth out there, it's going to come from a lot of the people inside the VeVeverse now starting to post that content online, and the social aspects in that type of stuff, like Osmond planning to run his comic readings inside the VeVeverse.
I hear you on that, and I think that's an interesting point. But I actually disagree. I don't think the galvanizing aspect will be the VeVeverse, and I feel like for me it's because of the processing power required to make that, to really sell that in terms of the visuals. I also think that the aspect of commerce will be what eventually, what really leads to the building up of the infrastructure of the VeVeverse. And the reason I say that is because other platforms that involve, VR, AR, or any kind of immersive environment, I think there's only so much you can do before you sit there and tap your fingers and you're like, what's next? And I think if you look at any kind of evolution of that, the what's next is always, encased in some sort of emerging commerce. So I think there's definitely potential there, but I don't know that the VeVeverse is going to be the driving force behind that. But I do hear your point nonetheless.
Yeah, I think if we're talking about interactivity, that's just my main focus with that point. But I think with the system requirements, because like I've been trying to get like on the team about this. I think there's still a kind of like a question mark up in the air in terms of what the exact system requirements are going to be, because I know that there is going to be like a benchmark. There's people who have come forward saying that, you know, their system isn't running it, but then there are people also saying that they're running it off their laptop. So there's like a big question mark there. So yeah, but yeah, I get what you're saying with the interactivity.
Yeah,
Good points.
Yeah, just before we go any further, like, so sorry to give us a chance to jump in here, but we got VeVe Magic and Guri up to the stage. VeVe Magic, Guri, how are you?
Hello, how are you doing? Sorry, Guri, I didn't mean to jump over you. I'll let you go right now. I just wanted to say hi. I have a few points, but I'll hold those. And I just wanted to first congratulate you, Osman, on your logo. I'm very happy for you. Well deserving.
No, thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Hey, VeVe Magic, please continue. I know you have some points. I can come after this.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. The stage is yours.
Sure. Yeah, I'm very much like on the same page with CB, and I really liked what Mr. MC1 was saying earlier with ticketing and events. And for me, so you all know that I love the app and I love the community regardless. But I do obviously think like the rest of us, like how do we get new users and how do we grow this community and make this something that is, you know, in the long term, 100% in my opinion, personal opinion, is going to work out. These collectibles will stand the test of time. But for now, what is it that we can do to get in more? And I think human nature is a what's in it for me.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of people may have heard of the app. I've talked to people about the app and they're like, oh, that's cool. But there's always this unspoken thing of, well, what's in it for me?
Yeah.
And that's where I think, I mean, you all know that I'm a huge proponent of utility and rewards and that kind of stuff. And that's the kind of stuff that I think really needs to happen. Whether it's, you know, I have the Starbucks app, right? I don't need the Starbucks app. I can go to Starbucks and get a drink. I have the Starbucks app because I earn points. And with those points, I get free. And so, you know, that's where I like this whole ticketing thing and like the rewards aspect and like a membership sort of sense. If people knew that they have this account on VeVe and they have this collectible and, you know, say it's the McDonald's arch and that gets you a free hamburger once a week. That then answers the question of what's in it for me. And it could be whatever IP. I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think
I
think there's a lot that goes into that in terms of the here and now and people not understanding this is how collectibles work, right? People that bought Marvel Comics #1 when it first came out never knew it was going to be worth millions of dollars, right?
Yep.
Nobody knew. And so there's history there that we're all learning. And that's why a lot of us are in these NFTs and you know, collectibles and this new facet and new way of collecting is because we have understood the history. But not everybody went out and bought that comic and understood that it was going to be something valuable. The same is true now. So this is where we need to meet in the middle and figure out, okay, how do we get in the people now? And that's where I think there needs to be more rewards and more of an answer to what's in it for me, that people go, oh yeah, I want to be in. That's cool. Even if it's just getting a free hamburger once a week, you know, something that's like, okay, that's enticing. I'm in.
Or maybe perhaps like what we were talking about before about, like, you know, how they've got with the grenade drop about the if you score like, you know, the certain mint number, then you're entitled to like the physical or something like that.
Yeah, but I just think it's got to be a little bit more long term. I think, you know, a one time, that's really cool. I dig it. But I think there's got to be a longer term strategy with this stuff.
So think of it more like a if you hold this NFT, kind of like a membership, for example. Like, so like, you know, you hold this NFT and then like, you know, like we're saying, like, you know, once a week it entitles you like to a free drink at McDonald's or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That I think is more of a value proposition for people when they see that there's, not unlimited, but just
there's something in it for them.
Rewards, or rewards for holding something. I think you get a lot more interest in something like that.
Definitely. So what about Giri? So what's your thoughts on the matter?
Oh, listen, I like what CB has done, is basically saying think outside the box.
Yeah, definitely.
I crazy ideas, but I want to spend like 30 seconds and talk about how eBay was trying to solve a real world problem.
Okay.
And then came PayPal, which allowed for payments, and eventually PayPal became bigger than eBay collectively, right? So what we are seeing right now is something small. Let's call VeVe small. Could be one thing that they create that becomes bigger than VeVe, right? We will never know that as time passes by. Studying all these AI models, whether it's graphic, music, can VeVe incorporate natural language models where you just say, hey, VeVe, can you create a grocery shopping game for my 3-year-old, which has Carnage and Betty Boop and Miles Morales, right? And it creates a simple game a 3-year-old can play, and you can refine it. You don't have to create the game; it creates it for you. Can there be a time in the future where you can actually verbally talk to VeVe and say, I want you to create a showroom with all my mighties, right? Watching Serena Williams play someone else tennis match, and you see a stand full of all your mighties in the back. Can it do that? Sure, it can do that. The imagination is wild for humans. If you give them a prompt and you ask them, whether ChatGPT do this, and ChatGPT will try to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Today it's 2024. What happens in 2054, 30 years from now? God knows, right? What I think VeVe is doing is just selling 2D, 3D collectibles, which is their bread and butter for now. They're funding their future growth out of this. Kudos to them. I hope they keep going. But it's a real story about is the market saturated? Will most of us drop out and say, listen, I've been in this for 8 years. I put 20 grand into this. It is now sitting at 4 grand. Everything that I owned is now at $2. Some people might get rewarded 30 years from now. Some will get rewarded with a special mint that they get, and someone pays them $1 million for that special mint. We never know. It's fun for as long as you're not worried about your current finances and put whatever you can that you can afford to lose. Well said, whoever said it, and it's repeated by everybody else. So I think the world is going to get better in terms of new chips coming out by Qualcomm. Applied Materials has nano wafer technology that's producing chips that are going to be supercomputers on your phone with battery tech. I think we're just going to have faster and faster computers. Moore's law is out in the garbage can, if you know what that is. And so I feel there is a lot that's going to happen, and imagination go wild. That's it.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. I mean, like I said, like, so long as VeVe keeps doing what they're doing, like, and then they're just progressing in the right direction. Like, like I always said, like, past spaces, baby steps. So even baby steps will still get you somewhere. Like, then, and that's what they're doing. They're definitely making strides in the industry, and yeah, we're sort of like in the early days of, like, let's say like Apple or Amazon or something like that, like, back when, like, Bezos was trying to, like, sell books out of his, like, his garage or something like that, like, but we're like on the cusp, like the trailblazers. And then who knows, like, in 5-10 years from now, like, we might be looking at a completely different app, completely different experience. I mean, like, just take the last 3 years, for example. I mean, look how far VeVe's come in the last 3 years. I mean, like the new user probably wouldn't know it, but the OGs who have been here since like 2021 know exactly what we're talking about. Was like the pains of, like, going for drops, just the excitement of actually landing anything on a drop. I mean, that was like an achievement in itself. But CB, you had your hand up. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the Amazon Apple thing, and I'll make an analogy, and to anyone out there who's going to hear this and say, "I can't believe the space was trying to say that the VeVe is going to be like Amazon or Apple." Relax your lobotomized brain.
It's like
and
settle
just
down, settle down.
Right. Let me just exactly. So Amazon started with books. My hope is that VeVe starting with digital collectible drops is the equivalent of Amazon starting with books.
Yes.
100%. Couldn't agree more.
Yep, I'm there.
Yeah, and that's been a topic in the community for a little bit too. Like Amazon, because Amazon has a lot of similarities back in the early days, even with how like Omi was performing too. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I couldn't agree more because they started with collectibles. They're building wide right now, and then, I think everything is going to tie into the whole digital landscape, VeVeverse, because that is going to be their digital product on the whole virtual landscape. But like in terms of rewards that we're talking about, in terms of the next AI language model coming out, and you can develop a game like snap of the fingers. Yep. I think all of it is going to tie into whatever that company has to offer on the digital landscape. And in this case, VeVe's main product is going to be the VeVeverse. So these rewards, they're going to be built into the VeVeverse. The AI language models, eventually, I assume there'll be a day where those get implemented. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, definitely. Magic, so you had something you want to add?
I kind of lost my thought. I was just going to agree with
just smile and nod. Yes.
CB completely, and just say like, I've had multiple conversations with the team, and I know them to a point, and I've seen their passion, heard the way they talk, and about everything, digital and the company and all this kind of stuff. And I know these guys are very, very smart. And I know that they're thinking 3 steps ahead. I mean, look at where this company started back in 2016 or 17 and to what it is now. I mean, they were very much ahead. And yes, the process is slow. And yes, there's been all this stuff. And, back to MC1's point, like they gotta do the bread and butter, right? Mm-hmm. They gotta keep the customers and licensors happy and keep pumping out the content. Yep. But for me, I don't believe that all of these kind of conversations aren't already on their minds, 6 months ago, however long ago, and things that they understand and see and believe as well. It's just a matter of there's a lot of moving pieces and parts, right? Especially with licensors, especially when you have the vast array of licensors that they have, and having all of these licensors who collectively agree that this is what we want to do, or like, well, you can't do that because this licensor won't be happy. It's so political as well. That's something that we have to like put into consideration. That's politics, right? But these are things that I firmly believe that it's certainly in their mind. It's just a matter of time and getting all the pieces in place to make it happen.
Yeah. Well, that's it, really, isn't it? Like, yes, all right.
Go ahead, Osman. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, that's like the definitive factor, isn't it? Like, it's just about time and getting everybody to play together in the playground. Let's not fight. Let's all get along. But yeah, I mean, like you said, like when you're trying to do things like on a global scale, it's like, it's not like a like click your fingers it's done tomorrow type thing. Like, you got like moving parts, you got licenses, you got to keep happy. I mean, like take that Blackpink deal for example. What that took that was like three years in the making. I mean,
exactly. Yeah. You have all these. If they had just Marvel, right? The freedom or whatever, them being on the same page may be way more simple. But the fact that there's all these different brands, and you sort of have to appease everybody and not piss anybody off, that plays a part in all of this. It really does.
Yeah, definitely. And they're dabbling with different areas of the market as well. Like, so like we've got sports, like, with the boxing gloves, we've got Ron English with the music. Yeah, I mean, like like who knows what will be next? I mean, like we've discussed about sports coming to could be the next thing. I mean, like we can start having like like baseball, basketball, like all those sort of things. You start having like virtual bats signed by like baseball players, or basketball signed by like basketball players, all those sort of stuff. So there's just an endless possibility of what could possibly be in the pipeline. But yeah, like I said, we just have to wait. We just have to wait and see.
I want to offer an example of something that just popped into my mind that is so out of the realm of anything that I think anyone in the community has thought of, but could be a reality. Who knows?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Here's a possible business model that VeVe could get into, because it has its foot in the door of digital collectible designing, creating, and distributing, and a business model attached to that. What if VeVe, and a lot of what ifs, but what if VeVe becomes a front runner in the industry of turning yourself into a digital collectible and having yourself with your own likeness that you scan in by yourself with whatever technology you have available, and VeVe becomes partnered with a company that specializes in some sort of self-design whatever that you can then, whatever industry that would wind up fitting into, and suddenly VeVe is at the forefront of sort of digitizing one's own likeness and sending it as sort of an action figure gift to a grandma or whatever else. VeVe's actually quite well positioned for something like that. I'm not really describing that business model well, or even what that industry would be, but and suddenly that becomes something that VeVe winds up being more known for on a cultural level than what they're doing right now.
Okay,
that's just one small example, but I say that because those things are going to have an impact on what it is that we collect now in terms of value, and the majority of the community, while many are true collectors, are also, hoping that some degree of value returns to whatever investment or whatever fiat they've put in. As VeVe moves forward, again, I just ask people, there will be the VeVe obituary will be written many, many times over by many parts of the community, and that will be a natural part of the evolution into whatever business models VeVe winds up venturing into. And I'm here for it, and I'm patient, and I'm very curious to see, what comes next. The comic platform was a good example of something that came out of nowhere for me, had a very negative effect on the secondary VeVe market because of the comparative very low supply of each comic. Did a real number on the market, fundamentally changed value on the market, actually. And I observed that, and I was like, okay, here we go. Buckle up, everybody, because the change that I believe we're going to witness over the next few years is going to be something that will get the pitchforks out from the community, but I believe that is necessary to move along with the times.
Yep.
And to grow in the way VeVe needs to grow right now. Just comic or digital collectible drops is thinking that is too small for VeVe right now, and I have full confidence that they've already considered that and are on to the next things. And the reason I say that, because David Yu's a fucking beast.
Yeah,
he's a beast at what he does. He is a beast at what he does, regardless of any of how a person feels about early VeVe missteps, whatever the fuck else. It doesn't matter. He is in full beast mode 24/7. That's the type of guy I want evolving the company that I am a hobbyist in right now.
Absolutely, like the guy's a rock star, plain and simple. I mean, like I mean, I was just at London Decon, but how he was in there interacting with the people, posing for photos, and just doing basically what David does. And so I think to myself, like, what kind of CEO of a company actually takes the time to sort of sit there and mingle, like, you know, with the consumer and, like, you know, the fans and stuff like that. I mean, like, this guy is definitely, like, you know, he's got the passion behind it, he's got the vision. Yeah, but it obviously just needs to try and get all the licenses to behave themselves, get the technology up to where it needs to be, and then make that vision a reality.
I really appreciate the conversation, CB. That's a awesome topic, awesome points. And to what Magic was saying earlier as well, I appreciate those points because I completely agree. I don't think we're talking about anything that the team hasn't thought about. I do think they're really smart. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, awesome space, guys.
They're probably just trying to work out the how.
But speaking of which, but that our Magic did say she's in talks with the team. Want to do me a favor and just walk up to the person holding the gates to the VeVeverse closed and just kick them real hard for me? Just like grab the key and open it up and swing the gate open.
He really wants to get in that VeVeverse.
I know. We've spoken. Yeah, when they get ready for next round, I'll try to remember to contact you or you hit me up, and I'll do my best. I promise. I'll do my best.
I'm sure they know, mate. They must know. Like the moment this thing's ready to go, they know that you're definitely the first one on the list because they know if they don't give you the key, you're just going to knock the door down.
I'm gonna run through at this point.
You're gonna get like, you know, your Lambo or like, you know, your DeLorean or something, and just smash right through the green gates. Love it.
No, yeah, but I think an awesome point to add too is like this morning I just streamed a virtual concert, and I think in terms of like where the landscape's going, because to CB's point of where they could potentially go, of course a big question mark up in the air. I think a really good chance of where they could go is into the gaming space, especially with the VeVeverse. And like this morning I streamed a Metallica concert. Metallica of all bands, virtual concert. And you start in one spot, you end up in a completely other spot. Environment changes as the songs change. And it's just like a glimpse of where we're heading. And I think right now, in like the landscape tomorrow, I think what is guaranteed for sure to happen is we're not going to wake up tomorrow and have an internet that's smaller than the day before. Like we're at a point now where it's always going to be bigger. And what's inevitable is the landscape is changing from physical to digital.
Yep.
So I think the landscape is going to be digital for a very long time. I think what's going to change is the buildings on that landscape. So the buildings, they're going to get built, then knocked down, built, knocked down, and then the landscape will eventually change. But that landscape is going to be a digital format for a very, long time. And that's why, like to my points before, where all these rewards are going and the AI algorithms and stuff like that, I think it's still all built into this virtual landscape.
Yeah, definitely. Now,
I think so.
Yeah, go back.
Yep. I think I hear you on that, collectors. I really do. I just, when I think about something like how often the VeVe community references Ready Player One, my first thought is, my Lord, to get it to that place is so many years off in terms of infrastructure building and development.
100%. Yep.
And although I that's a great goal to have in people's imaginations to push towards, what I go back to my point about commerce before. What kind of commerce can be within those walls of the VeVeverse, within that, on that plane, in that landscape, that can drive things forward, and outside those walls as well. Outside of, I feel like there is, it just feels to me like the potential for commerce in something like an eventual VeVeverse is there, but it's so much further off than I think the collective community imagination sees it. And until then, I feel like there are going to be other areas of commerce that VeVe will venture into through partnerships that will completely take us by surprise. That, like I said before, will get the pitchforks out and people being like, this is not the real VeVe. This is what happens when you fail as a company and you have to pivot. No.
Rambo.
Exactly. This is what happens when you are forced to pivot or you're forced to evolve and change with the changing times. NFTs had a moment. Bear market comes along. It's inevitable that something like NFTs and digital collectibles are tethered to something like crypto. That usually goes in 4 or 5 year cycles. So that's a given. And meanwhile, VeVe's sitting there. Thank God they weren't sitting there being like, oh boy, we're just going to have to wait until this cycle turns positive and bullish again in order for our business to take off. No. VeVe's not sitting around waiting, asking permission from anyone to go do anything. They're doing things that, again, I know zero insider information, but I do have full confidence that I will continue to be surprised by what they offer in terms of the ways that they continue to move forward and pivot. And I'm also fully confident that this community will largely be ill-equipped to deal with that emotionally at first.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, no, like I said before, it's going to be an interesting time. So, there's going to be like one of those hold on to your butts moments, because there's going to be some wild stuff coming in the cards in the next couple of years. But yeah, on that note, guys, I got to start wrapping up the space soon because it is getting quite late here in the UK. It's coming up on 10:46 here at night, and I do need to get some degree of sleep at some point. But
thanks so much for the space, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to get you in trouble, but I feel like this would be an awesome conversation to continue in another space, another week.
Oh, absolutely! Like everyone would just have to come back, wouldn't you? But before we do go, I did promise everyone a giveaway. So let's do a giveaway, shall we? Who's up for a giveaway? So let's see. Let's do it. What have I got to give away? That is a very good question. I have no idea. Let me look. I have got, first of all, let me.
Hey, how about that shiny gold card there, fella? Just kidding. Huge congrats again on that, man.
Tell you what though, like my bloody wife, I told her about it, and she's like 9 times out of 10, she's like, oh yeah, like I don't really care what you're doing. I told her like the actual value of this thing going in the aftermarket at the moment. The first thing, you should see her eyes light up. Oh, sell it. We can do this, you can do that. I'm just like, I ain't selling this. Come on. And if I am,
I'm gonna say you have no excuse to not show up to Vegas now.
Exactly. I'm just like, I ain't.
But even if you did, okay, it is okay. It was a gift. You can do whatever you want with your gift. Do not let anybody shame.
Exactly.
It's yours, and you earned it. So that stuff really bothers me. So I'm speaking up for people. Like, you can do whatever you want with your gift. It is up to you.
Exactly, and 100%. That's what I said to her. I said, even if I do sell it, like I ain't giving you the money. I'm going to be hiding it. It's mine. But on that note, guys, let's do this giveaway. So what have I got? Well, first of all, if I'm going to do it, let's do it properly. We need some music. How about?
I gotta say though, while you figure that out,
yeah,
I gotta say, if I got that logo, I would have been so tempted to sell that and pick up partner statues. I don't know if I'm the only one feeling that way, but that's.
Now you speaking my language.
Yeah. I mean, I won't lie. I mean, I did play with the idea of like, what I could do, like, it's like, I could sell this like offset like so much of my vault has gone down in value. But I mean, at the same time, I personally don't want to sell it because to me it's actually it's a symbol. It's a symbol of acknowledgement, saying that actually what I'm doing is good work, and that's more important than anything. So in that sense, I don't care if it goes to 5K to 1,000K. Well, maybe it goes to 1,000K, maybe. But to me, I mean, like it's just a symbol of acknowledgement, saying that what I'm doing is good work. Everyone it's enjoying the spaces I'm providing, and just the value that I'm trying to provide in the space, just the positivity I'm trying to spread. Just give everybody a space to sort of collect and connect and geek out, and not have to worry about being shunned in from the outside world or any of that sort of stuff. That's what the whole reason behind the Web V Collective was created, like sort of collect and connect with others, and just help promote, support, and just help each other grow in the space, and just have fun along the way. That's the real core values of Web V. And also a fun fact as well, and most people I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Web V, the V in V does not stand for VeVe, though some people think it does. It actually stands for value, and that's what I'm trying to bring to the space. There's value in the space, value in people's lives, just trying to put that little bit of positivity in someone's life. Just give everyone excited to come into a space and talk about the things they love. That's what it's all about. But on that note, that's enough rambling from me. So let's get into this giveaway. So let's do that one. All right. So let's try and wrong one. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So we're going to the last giveaway of the night, and we're going to do the trusty random number generator. So what are we playing for? Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad you're still here, and thank you very much for sticking around. So hopefully you'll go into the draw to be rewarded here. So let me have a look up on my screen. I've got 4. So Josh, can you just confirm for me how many people can you see on the screen at this current time? 20.
39 plus 3 other listeners. So 42.
So 42. So I'm going to do 42. I'm going to do a random number between 1 and 42. Let's see. Who's my winner? 4, 8, 12, 16, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. So, another one. That was well timed. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're wondering, what did this winner get? And who is this winner? Well, let's find out. So, what we are playing for is actually a Web V Wednesday at 1-year anniversary NFT. One of our Grail, I can never read it properly, I think it's one of 30, which was actually designed by a member of the community who goes by the name of Davo. He's also the one responsible for the logo for Get to the Comics, which is my YouTube channel, and also does a lot of other amazing artwork in the space. He also does quite a bit of artwork for the Real Uncommon podcast as well. So that is going to be our prize and our winner. And our winner, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully I can find it this time around because I did have a drum roll buried in here. So there it is. Aha! The winner is Viva la VeVe! So, Viva la VeVe, you are now the proud winner of the Web V Wednesday Anniversary Grail Edition. So this is a 1 in 30 piece designed by Davo. So congratulations to you, sir. So I'm not sure if I've got your wallet address, but if I don't, send it to me anyway. Just hit us up in the DMs, and I will get that out to you as soon as I can.
And shout out to him for cracking the top 50 collectors on the platform.
Did he?
Yeah, he's top 50 now. I'm pretty sure he cracked top 100 a few months back. Now he's top 50.
Wow, top 50 as well. Awesome. So congratulations to you, sir. So yeah, Davo, if you get hold of me when and where you can with your wallet address. Oh, so Davo, Viva la VeVe, sorry. If you get hold of me with your web address, I will get that out to you ASAP. And I tell you what, just because I'm feeling awfully generous, I'm going to do another one. But not for the Web V anniversary. I'm going to do what else have I got sitting here in my wallet? I'm going to do a Kid Arcade NFT. Let's do. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Bonus round. Oh, we've also got Casual coming to the stage as well, so I'll get you in a sec, just Casual. So, bonus round. This is going to be for a Sinister Kid Arcade NFT. So again, the terms and conditions are that you need to have a wallet address I can send this thing to. And again, I'm going to generate a number. And let's see if I have a winner here. 4, 8, 12. I do have a winner. All right. So the winner of the Kid Arcade NFT is... Why can I not find it? There it is. It is True Tech Junkie. Yes, sir. True Tech Junkie. You are now the proud winner of the Kid Arcade Sinister NFT. So, if you send us a DM with your wallet address, mate, I will get that out to you as soon as I can. Let me just write it down first so I do not forget.
Love Kid Arcade's work, man.
Oh, mate,
love it.
It's great, isn't it? Like, I would still love to see Kid Arcade do a collaboration with VeVe or get some of his work on VeVe. That'd be amazing.
I second that.
So yes, a Kid Arcade. That's true.
I thought that if VeVe is listening.
We should start a poll or something. Start a petition. True Tech
Where's the fourth person?
That's it. Comment out there in the comments. Like, do you want to see Kid Arcade's work on VeVe? Because we all definitely do. So True Check and VeVe. The Web V Anniversary. Okay, cool. Just before I start closing things out, Casual's up the stage. Casual, how are you, sir?
This is Web V Weekends, episode 34, Gold Logo Edition. Congratulations, Ozman.
Wow.
Congratulations, everyone else who got a little award.
I did, yeah. It's just a little award, like nothing worth anything. No, it's worth it's worth all the recognition and just yes, it just says, like I said before, it says I'm doing a good job, and that means the world to me. But
even if it wasn't worth anything, you would appreciate it, and it could be worth $0. When I was awarded by Microsoft many years ago, that thing had no value. I mean, there was some utility to it, but it was priceless to me. And you deserved it. I just want to say this real quick: you deserve it, Oz. And one of the things I want to say is your consistency is honorable. That is very important when you're a content creator. The other thing is you do a lot. You put yourself out there. And the last thing I want to say is you are very positive. I haven't seen anything negative about you. You're very kind. You're generous. You're a good example. You're a family man, and you're just a good example for people. And it has nothing to do with VeVe or digital collecting, just as a human being. So keep it up, you guys. You and Collectors Gone Digital and everyone else. You guys are all amazing.
No, thank you very much. I mean, like, oh wow, so make me go tongue tied and blush. But yeah, no, Bob, thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate that, and I also appreciate everything you do for the community as well. Like, with the AI artwork and the casual chimps, mate. They are who needs a bored out yacht club when you can get yourself a casual chimp, especially one that like sort of talks back to you in your own voice. That's really creepy and awesome at the same time.
Yeah, we're having fun with it, man, and you always give me flowers. That's you've given me shout outs pretty much every episode, it seems like. So I do appreciate you guys, man. I don't need any more love from you. You've definitely given me plenty of it. But if anybody does want a chimp, hit me up. It's just AI art. I'll run it through the prompt and stuff. So thanks again. Yeah. You guys have a nice night. I'll drop down.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for the kind words and dropping in. Much appreciated. And yeah, just before I forget about it, going back to the consistency, I remember Dr. Rolex was when he was giving me the kind words in Sunday Space. He was talking about the fact I get up at stupid o'clock to do the Wednesdays shows. That is actually very true, my friend. I get up Thursday mornings about 3 o'clock in the morning to prep for the Web V Wednesday Space, because that's actually Thursday mornings my time. And yeah, so that's just that little bit of dedication and the consistency that was talking about. You say yes, it is true. But on that note, guys, I guess I better start closing things out, because it is coming up on 11 o'clock at night here, and this is a kind of danger hour for me when the missus starts getting a bit cranky. I start getting angry phone calls saying, "Shut up, I'm going to sleep." But again, just before I start closing out, I always like to leave the last couple of minutes for anybody who might be listening down there in the background or out there in the crowd. If you want to come up and say a few words, or just looking for some confidence to speak in a space for the first time, or you want to say a little something about what you've been collecting or what you've been picking up in the market lately, all for it. And that's what these spaces are for. So he's trying to give you the confidence to speak in a space for the first time, or just to collect and connect with others, and just share your love of collecting, which is what it's all about. But of course, if you just want to chill, listen in the background, and you enjoy the conversation, that's totally cool as well. And I'll take that as no. Oh, wait, no, we got one. Who we got here? Oh, okay. Crystal the Wall. Ooh, interesting name. So, Crystal, how are you? Oh, yeah, I figured. I was actually a little bit disappointed.
Huh?
Oh, hello. Is that Crystal? Crystal.
Hello. Hi. I have been collecting friends.
That's great. Great to hear. We
That's what I have.
Awesome. Friends are good. As long as they're friends that promote you and encourage you in the space, they're good friends to have.
Yes, I think what happened was my Wi-Fi cut out just as you accepted my request, so apologies for that. But hello, Casual, who I have met this week, and Gurifying, who I was in a space with a couple of days ago, and a guy called Malini went through and gave a rundown of what everyone was doing in the moment. 30 people, Gurifying was the one person not worth describing. So I'm so sorry that happened to you, and I would love to get to know you as well. I notice you're a speaker, and I'll hand the mic over. Thank you very much.
Oh, no worries. So apparently the floor is yours, Guri.
It was Omeli's space, and a lot of people that join Omeli on a daily basis are his crew and his family, so to speak. And I sometimes just join the space because he plays some amazing music, and I just sit there, listen, and do my stuff, that whatever I have to do, like chores or working on my business. And Omeli actually has never interacted with me in a voice interaction. So he doesn't really know anything about me. And he just went on and he explained what all his friends are up to. Most of them were like chilling, or they were high or whatever. And then he said, Gurifying, I don't really know what he's doing. I don't know him. And so Crystal perhaps was there, and I think she was. And she's like, oh, he didn't get any time. Okay.
Yeah, the one person in the world who's not worth describing.
That's
but
all right.
I mean, let's
I'm
face
totally...
it. Most, yeah.
No.
I'm glad to hear your voice.
No, good. No worries, Crystal. Well, thank you for coming to speaking. Is that an Aussie accent I hear there as well?
Yep, I'm coming from sunny Noosa, Queensland.
Queensland, nice. So I'm originally from Western Australia myself.
So you're overseas at the moment, are you?
Yeah, I've been in England, in Britain for the last 10 years.
Oh, okay, yep, right. Well, fellow Aussie in the space.
That's it. No worries. Yeah, well, again, thank you for coming up since speaking, Crystal. I was a little bit worried that you were a troll there for a second, so I did have my Photomatic 5000 ready to go, but I'm very, very happy to know that I didn't have to use it. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
My Wi-Fi, it sucks on Twitter.
All good. But just before I start closing out, I got one more speaker up to the stage. Is Chromageddon. I know I've seen you around the space, man. I don't think we've ever spoken before, but how are you? And thank you for dropping in.
Hey, how's it going, Osman? Yeah, I appreciate you letting me up on stage. Yeah, quite new to the community, but I do love toys. I'm a big Disney fan. And wait, can I cook? I'm new.
No cooking, Prob. No cooking.
I'm new. I am new.
You're not new.
I just met Osman. This is a new community for me. And I just wanted to say that I appreciate the space. I've listened a couple of times, and I'm just here to learn and pick some cues up on how to do this stuff. That's all.
No worries. Well, like I said, that's what the space is all about. Just promoting others and giving others the opportunity to speak and chill out and geek out. and if you're all for it, mate, that's what we're all for.
Wonderful. Appreciate it.
No worries. All right, guys. Well, I gotta start closing things out now because it's past danger hour for me. But again, big thank you to everybody for taking the time, a busy day to come and listen in the space with us. Big thank you if you've been with us all the way from start to finish. Much appreciated. Big thank you to everyone who's come up to the stage to speak. Big thank you to VeVe Magic, Josh, Clicks Gone Digital, Guri, Sven, Chroma. I can never say it.
Prop.
Yeah, I was gonna say prop.
Prop. Okay,
yeah.
prop.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you like, that's fine.
Nice to meet you, Prop, and hopefully you'll come back in the space again, and we can talk a bit more. And you too, Crystal. You sound like you're a nice person, and you're welcome back as well.
Cheers, bro.
And again, big thank you to Hinata for coming to speak as well. Big thank you to Mr. MC1 again for coming up to speak and chilling the space with us as well. And also again, for the gold and silver logo. Yeah, again, much appreciated and really, really generous of you. And I feel very humbled to know that. Yeah. Anyway, before I get all teary-eyed, yeah. So before I finish off, Josh, Magic, Guri, Sven, is there anything you guys want to say before we close this out with before I start doing my spiel?
Yeah, I want to say something. Listen, I think I'm echoing someone who had said something similar in a different space. There's a lot of people that are hurting out there on VeVe, outside VeVe. Let's be a little bit more empathetic and be nice to them. We don't know what their story is.
Yep.
We don't know what is their fear and anger. So let's just be patient, nice. Let's not jump the gun and go with our first egoistic response. So be nice to others. Thank you.
Yep. True that. Yeah, very, very strong words. Yeah, let's be kind, courteous, and let's just try and look after each other in the space, eh? And what about you, Magic? So, anything you'd like to leave us with before I start closing out?
I would just echo that. You know, my timeline says, or my profile, kindness is free.
Exactly.
And we don't have to agree with each other all the time. We can have different point of views. But personal attacks are never okay, never warranted. And it's cool to be kind, guys. That's all I got.
Exactly. Cool to be kind. Love it. Yeah, I know there's been a little bit of nastiness in the spaces here and there, but yeah, it's not needed. I mean, like there's enough room in this playground for us all to play and get along. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Leave with love.
And there's a big, beautiful world outside of digital collecting as well.
Exactly.
Let's not forget.
Just to quote the biggest bro, lead with love. And yeah, on that note, guys, Josh, is there anything you want to say before I start to close this out, or Sven?
I'll use Sven's words. Just make sure to eat your broccoli.
Yeah.
Eat your broccoli.
I just want to say it.
Love it.
Yes.
Eat your broccoli. That's it. That's the advice of the day. Eat your broccoli, kids. Love it. All right, guys. On that note, then I'll start closing out and then start wrapping things up. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's taken the time out of your busy day to come chill in the space with us and listen. It's been much appreciated. I hope you've enjoyed all the content and discussions that we've had through this episode. We've had it's been a long episode, definitely a long episode, but full of great discussions about all different topics, ranging from VeVe to basically just everything going on in the space. Again, like there's been so much happening, I probably should have wrote most of it down, but it's tired and I'm sort of falling asleep. But you get that. But anyway, if this will all be available on the Web V Collective's YouTube channel out there on YouTube, so stay tuned in the spaces for that because the links will be available once it's all out there. Again, big shout out to the Web V Collective as well, which is as Hinano said at the beginning of the episode, is actually the collectors group that I just happen to be the president of. But like I said before, I'm not so much like a dictator or anything like that. I'm just a face of the group, and just wanted to create a space where we could all chill, say geek out, and just have a place to sort of collect and connect with others, as we say. And we do have a group chat as well. We do have a Discord also, and if you're interested in getting involved with WebV, hit me up in the DMs, and we'll get you involved with the group chat. It's a fantastic group chat. We've actually had a few new members being added recently. And it's a really, really fun place. It's kind of like our own little community full of content creators, artists, collectors, and just really amazing individuals. And I'm very blessed to be part of it. So big shout out to them. And also I like to take this little part of the episode just to give our members their little individual shout outs, because we've got loads of members now. But I'll just run over it real quick. So we have the likes of the Real Uncommon Podcast with Hinano and D. We have My Collectables, K Collections, Evolved, Collectors Gone Digital. We've got Double Quill and Chris Severs with their blogs on Medium and Go Collect. We have big shout out to VeVe Arcade, Kid Arcade with his show he does every Sunday. He actually just did a show not long ago. Big shout out to Dokta Strange as well, with All Things Strange, his Stack and Slack videos, a great source of information about the comics. And also a big thank you for speaking the space tonight as well, Doctor. Big shout out to the biggest bro as well with the bare minimum, and he also backs up Arcade on his show on the Sundays. Big shout out to Shawnee Poo as well, which I know is still listening in the space there from time to time, and he does a bit of YouTube content from time to time as well. Big shout out to Informant BE, who does the drop streams who covers the VeVe drops and also does his muzzle run footage as well. Big shout out to Mr. Falcon and Doobs as well. They're fantastic vault builders in the space. Also, Falcon just had a space over on Discord about horror movies, which unfortunately I didn't get the chance to catch. But hopefully I'll have a word with him when I see him next and see how I have a good discussion about horror movies, because it's been a while since I've seen a good horror movie. So if anyone's got suggestions, I'm all for it. Big shout out to Olga MKC with her Medikitties projects. Big shout out to Mrs. Gecko, who basically backs up everybody in the spaces. I see Miss Gex everywhere. With Billy Gex as an excellent adventure. She actually backs up Metamona from time to time. Dave with the reset. Basically, all a lovely lady, and really good to see her out there in the spaces. Big shout out to Casual, as I was shouting out before, for all the fantastic AI work he does with the Funko art, with the Casual chimps, and all the really cool AI, especially with the AI music as well, is really cool. He also hosts a Twitter space as well, X Space from time to time with karaoke, if you like getting the singing pipes out. Big shout out to Key Collecting 98, who does his Whatnot shows from time to time as well. Really fantastic source of energy and fun. And you never leave that show disappointed. Big shout out to Davo as well with his amazing artwork that he does in the style of Scotty Young, and just a really lovely member of the community. Big shout out to also big shout out to Clarissa as well, who's also a fellow winner of the golden logo as well, and does amazing cosplay and selfies using the ARs, the collectibles we have in VeVe. Big shout out to her, and really cool what she does with the cosplay and collectibles. Very creative. And last but not least, your host, Mr. Osmond Collect 63. That's me. I actually have my own YouTube channel called Get to the Comics, where we do where we try and do live comic book readings of the comic books we have on VeVe every Friday. And last Friday we had Sleeping Comics on, and we did a House of X #1, which was a lot of fun. I encourage everyone, please, if you feel inclined to do so, head over to YouTube. Google Get to the Comics and give us a like, a comment, subscribe, check out the content. So we had Sleeping on last week doing House of X #1, and little spoiler, this coming Friday we've got something new happening, something we haven't had on the channel before. We have our first female presenter. Ooh, who could it be, and what are they reading? Well, you just have to wait and find out. And also as well, a little teaser as well. I've got something coming. If we can get the subs up a little bit. Right now we're at 36. If we get the subs up a little bit, we might have a little special giveaway coming soon. So stay tuned in the X Spaces for that, because more coming #soon. And on that note, guys, I'm going to say my good nights, because it is getting ridiculously late, and I'm probably going to get in a lot of trouble in a minute. So I'm going to say again, big thank you to everyone for listening. Big thank you to everyone who's speaking. I have been your host, Osmond Collect 63. This has been Web V Weekends, episode 34. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk more soon.